All right, that's good timing. That song get it right when I had to switch over. So all gravy. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. I'm in the middle of a. Let me turn that down until I get to a level that I'm happy with. So a little bit lower. A little bit lower. There we go. All right. I'm a little tired. I was actually supposed to play VR with someone last night, but I fell asleep. And after texting them back, say, hey, I'm super tired, I went back to bed. So I'm in the middle of a long stretch at the new job. Tomorrow's my last day at the long stretch at the new job, and they get 3 straight days off, and I'm really looking forward to that. But so yeah, if I look a little bleary-eyed, that's why. Just haven't been sleeping because, in part of it's my own fault, because I've been working so much on JRPG Simulator VR, which kind of plays into tonight. So tonight we are going to review all 10 entries from the Fistful of Shrimp Summer Game Jam. I'm sorry, we're going to attempt to review all 10 of them. There's a chance that we don't get to all 10. Maybe I get stuck in one. We'll see. I'm not sure, but the plan is to get through all 10 because I'm expecting some of these I'm going to go through in a couple of minutes. And plus, it's mentally draining for me, to be honest. Yeah, I get it. Trying to learn all that new information and keep it all together. I got my final sign off for my DM today. Hadn't seen her since I got hired, or my second day of training. So she pretty much said I was good to go. I got mystery shopped at work. I work in the customer service shop, for those who don't know. I got mystery shopped the other day. She said I did a phenomenal job. I got really high marks for that. So response, and there's been some coaching moments, some stuff I did wrong, but overall it's been very positive. But I'm basically trying to learn that job and
the award-winning Amelia says, yay.
Thank you, Amelia, appreciate that. I'm basically trying to learn that job, and I'm trying to learn Unity for JSVR. And I'm playing around with Blender. I'm not 100% sure. So these my school's messed up teaching. This coming in handy. Teaching in quote marks. So long story short, like, my brain's pretty overloaded right now, so I'm not trying to do anything that's going to be too taxing on stream for the next few weeks, while I work through getting this prototype at least to a point where I can show it to you guys and I can get it out to some people for feedback. Last night, for instance, or when I woke up from my mid-evening nap, text my friend, went back to bed, woke up at 1 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. I was up from 1 until about 3:30 learning how to rig a character from scratch, because I can't afford to buy like Hurricane IK or any of the stuff that's on the Unity Asset Store. So I'm having to do it myself. And there are 10 playable characters in the final version of the game. So I'm trying to learn how to rig 10 giver characters, and that's something. Only, thank you for the 18-month streak resub, buddy. Thank you very much. Very much. You're not streaming, but I'm still going to give the shout out for the sake of consistency, but appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Thank you very much. All helps to keep the lights on and keep me moving along in my game dev journey. There is one bit of news I want to get to, and it's pretty sad news before we I'm actually going to pause the music because I'm probably going to cut this up for YouTube, whether it's shorts, TikTok, something like that. And that news is that, come over here. Hi, welcome to the screen. Rec Room has laid off half of their staff. I'm going to move my camera. Keep forgetting to leave it here. Okay, that should make it readable for you guys. I'll actually blow this up so the text is a little bit better for you, and we'll just kind of go through this. I'm going to read this in its entirety because rather than me try to paraphrase this, I think it's just better coming straight from the horse's mouth. This is from Cameron Brown, who's one of the founders of Rec Room. The title was A Hard Day at Rec Room. This is long, so here's the TLDR. Today, Nick and I made the difficult decision to lay off roughly half the Rec Room team. This is not a reflection on those individuals who are among the most talented we've worked with in the industry. This is a business necessity based on the financial trajectory of the company. We're looking after those impacted as best we can, e.g. by offering a generous severance package. Today's tough decision means we can keep supporting and building Rec Room to its full potential. Ultimately, that's why we're doing this. And the last bullet point is, this sucks. Uncopy paste my comment to Ian on Blue Sky. Gotcha. Growth. God forbid they just be in the black. Yeah, I'm not sure if you read this, Sony, because I think some of this is them scaling too fast, but we'll get into it. Today, Nick and I had to make one of the toughest decisions in Rec Room history. We're saying goodbye to about half the Rec Room team. These are incredible people who have poured their talent, heart, and creativity into this company. They shaped our culture, built features loved by millions, and made Rec Room better in so many ways it's impossible to count. We are heartbroken to see them go. This is a painful day for a lot of people. Rec Room is more than just a game. Rec Room is more than a game and more than a company. It's a community, and it's one of the best teams we've ever had the privilege to work with. That only makes this moment harder. This is not a reflection on the talent and dedication of those departing. We wish we could keep every one of them. I'm going to say that again just to make it clear. This isn't just, quote, one of those things you say in the layoff message, end quote. We truly wish we could keep every one of these people on the team. And I lost chat. No civil growth being the only metric. I agree. That explains why several games are broken. That and it's some of that gets into it here, Matt. But just stay tuned because I have read this already all the way through. Where was I? Truly, should we keep every single one of these people on the team? But we can't. This is a reflection of the tough reality we face as a business. On this point, and the change needed to give Rec Room a chance to thrive in the years ahead. This decision affects people who we consider colleagues and friends, people we share years of work and life with, people who build Rec Room line by line, asset by asset, test by test. This is not the outcome any of us hope for, and Nick and I take full responsibility for the position we're in. In the rest of the note, we want to be as open about why we had to take this step, the mistakes we made along the way, how we're supporting those who are leaving, what's next for Rec Room, and why we remain deeply committed to building Rec Room into the future. So are we supporting impacted people? First, we want to say how grateful we are to the people who have built Rec Room into what it is today. This will be a difficult transition for those leaving, and we want to do as much as we can to help them move on to their next chapter. Everyone, only that's exactly what I thought. Only said I await their pay cut announcement. I was waiting for them to say we're going to take a pay cut too, but spoiler alert, that's not in here. Everyone departing will continue to be paid for the next 3 months and will receive health benefits for the next 6 months. Also, we feel a computer is an important tool to find new work, so all departing employees will have the option to keep their laptop or desktop. If you want to reach out to anyone, you should feel okay. I'm going to skip that point about reaching out, because that's something that's in every one of these statements. Here's the meat and potatoes of it. Potatoes. So how did we get here? Years ago, we raised a lot of money to build an enormous vision, a social UGC, that is user-generated content, for those who don't know, a platform where anyone can create anything on any device. We invested heavily in creation tools across PC, VR, consoles, and mobile, but the reality has been harsh. The most impactful creation comes almost entirely from creators on PC using mouse and keyboard and studio and VR. Husky, Rec Room laid off half their people. We're reading the statement right now. I know you were big in the Rec Room, so I was hoping you'd be here for this. While we did see creation happening on mobile and consoles, we never got to the point where those devices were good for building stuff that other players engaged with, and some of our efforts to bridge that gap, e.g. Maker AI, just frustrated our more impactful creators. At the same time, those lower power devices still produce millions of pieces of content. This put a huge strain on the team, who had to figure out tools and procedures to review it all. Making all this run across every device was a massive technical challenge and burden. And that was to Matt's point earlier about this explains why so much stuff is broken. They were trying to be on every platform. That is incredibly difficult to do. Just within the scope of VR, being able to be on PC VR, Quest, Pico for the 3 developers that developed for Pico, and PSVR 2, just being able to do across all those platforms. And you're doing VR across every single one of them. There's multiple SDKs, multiple headsets to test for. There's so many different moving parts. They're trying to be everywhere, and they weren't ready for that. I mean, Roblox struggles with this to this day, and that's a much, much, much bigger app and game and team that makes that. Is it like common to give people their devices? No, it is not. I have not heard of someone getting their laptops. The severance is about pretty average. 2 to 3 months plus health insurance being extended, because health insurance is cheaper than salaries. So that part's pretty standard. I was surprised they kept the laptops, but I don't know. When I left my last job, not 3 Pound Games, but the one before that, I had to send my laptop back, or I wouldn't get my last check. Where was I? Continuing. At the same time, those lower, I read that. There you go. While our most skilled creators optimized their content cleverly, most creators didn't. couldn't really, because we couldn't provide them with the necessary tooling. Supporting all this scope stretched us way too thin, and our attempt at building one big scalable platform, Rooms 2.0, didn't land like we needed to. The vision made sense, but we got crushed under the scale. Scale creep, man, is something serious. So we end up in a tough spot, too small to realize that anyone can build anywhere vision, but too big to pivot to a more focused experience that was more reactive to what our players wanted and would pay for. The result was that we started to dig a financial hole that was getting larger every day, which brings us to the crossroads. Depends how recent the hardware is. It could be appreciated. But the thing is, when you're trying to build, Rec Room has so much shit in there. If you go into Rec Room now and just like scroll the top worlds, you're gonna get 50 right away. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of Rec Room world and like experiences out there. Husky can give you probably a firmer number than I can. So trying to make that multi-platform and make as many of those run on as many platforms as possible, that's incredibly stressful for a large team, let alone, you know, one the size of Rec Room, which is still a pretty big developer for VR, but nowhere near the scale of like a Mahjong or someone like that, or an Epic. And they're trying to do something at that scale. VR Chat tried the same thing, and they laid off like 25% of their staff last spring, actually. Here we go. Crossroads. For the past few years, we've been stuck in this uncomfortable middle ground, pushing a giant vision we can realistically deliver while disappointing existing players who just want us to supply great experiences like we used to and fix the many bugs that they encounter. Beavis, thank you for the resub, buddy. I appreciate you. I gotta look into, I actually checked that sound line. I thought I fixed it, but what's for the to-do list? Recheck. Sub alert. Shout. Sounder. I thought I fixed that, but clearly I didn't. What's coming? Oh, the laptop. I gotcha. Okay. My bad. I completely read that wrong. For the past few years, I've been stuck. Oops, sorry. I said all that. We struggled hard with this dilemma. Do we keep pushing on the big UGC vision to the ever-increasing frustration of our players and team, or do we scale back the vision, cut the team we love in half, and focus on what we can do well? Both paths were painful, but ultimately we got to a point where it was clear that staying the course meant low growth, a high burn rate, and no clear path forward. In a word, unsustainable. The writing on the wall became very clear. So now what? We remain committed to supporting the building Rec Room to its full potential. Okay. Moving forward, we will focus on two things: empowering our very best creators. I'll come back to that. And ensuring Rec Room is a great experience for our players. Empower our very best creator. This means less work on broad UGC expansion, e.g. Maker Pen on mobile controller and Maker AI. More support for our top creators. These folks are driving the most of the growth and revenue already. In July, players spent more on UGC content than ever. Creators had the highest earning month ever. This segment is actually growing nicely, but is heavily focused on PC, so that's where we're focused our UGC efforts. More investment in what players show us they like and want, such as revisiting our Rec Room originals with a view to A, make them better, and B, turn them into a sustainable business. For example, expect new features, some free, some paid, for paintball in the future. If the financial model works, we may expand into new RROs, that's Rec Room originals. For the past few years, we require our RROs to use the UGC tools. This made production costs much higher. Moving forward, we'll do this work directly in Unity. Scorp, welcome in. We are not abandoning UGC, but we are narrowing our focus away from everyone can create in favor of serving our very best creators. The closest analogy is Sega stepping out of hardware to focus on games, a large, painful, but necessary change. Okay. Sharing Rec Room is a great experience for our players. This means increased investment in monthly events, quote unquote fests, that ensure Rec Room always feels fresh and gives players concrete reasons to come back regularly to check out the activities and rewards on offer. Players can expect more feature content from our top creators, less algorithmic churn, more curated experiences tied to the fest, and if we can get the economics to work, increased investment in RROs, again, Rec Room originals. Less frequent client shifts. Over the past few years, we've done a lot of work to move various types of content, e.g. avatar items, out of the client. Shipping less frequently will help us stabilize the app and be more intentional with changes that impact our creators and players. Our goal with our players is simple: earn back their excitement and engagement with quality rather than quantity. I'm really interested to see what Husky says about this in a minute, because Husky spends more time in Rec Room than I think any two other people in this chat. So I'm really curious as someone who is a bit of a power user in that platform, what he thinks about this. Anyway, moving on. We're in closing here. In closing, the reality is that The reality is that what we've been doing these past few years wasn't working for the team, for the company, or for our players. That's on Nick and me. Where are your pay cuts? It's our job to align those needs, and we failed. This change, however imperfect and however shocking, gives a chance to reset and correct our course. Today sucks for Nick and myself, for everyone who remains in Rec Room, and especially for those we are parting ways with. We hate that it came to this. We hate letting go of so many talented people who worked so hard, and we hate stepping away from a huge vision we strongly believed in. If you're in the industry, please take a look at the amazing people on our RIF list. They are some of the most talented developers, builders, and teammates we've ever worked with. We truly wish we could keep them all. You'll be lucky to have any of them on your team. For those leaving, you'll always be part of the Rec Room story. Don't say that. We thank you for everything and wish you the best for your next chapter. Yeah, don't say that. You'll always be part of the family. Don't say that shit. Wait, what's missing? Please, Husky, I'm reading the statement about Rec Room. I need you here. I need your take on this. For those saying we know this sucks, we know this hurts, thank you for pushing forward with us. We have hard work ahead. With a new focus, we believe strongly in the future we can build together with Heavy Hearts, Cam, and Nick. Okay, so, yeah. Couple things here. And anyone can chime in. I know Husky and Matt spend a lot of time in Rec Room, so I was particularly interested in what they were going to say, but anyone can feel free to jump in. Where's the line here? The bit about investing more in their top creators is kind of concerning, because I get the idea of, Joe Schmo, and I talk to Amelia about this when it comes to Resonate all the time. Joe Schmo builds something in Rec Room or Resonate or Rift XR or VR Chat or whatever, and they have no clue about optimization because it's probably their first experience in Unity, and they don't know, about like culling masks and stuff like that. They don't understand, lowering your polygon counts. They don't understand stuff like that. They don't understand that, don't do a whole, like 3 or 4 dynamic lights in one scene because that will murder a quest that's set. They don't understand that stuff. So stuff runs like crap if you look at the large, broad scope of what's out there. And then you have probably like your top 100 or so things that are like really well optimized because they're from seasoned developers. I get that. I totally get that. I am worried that this is going to kind of crap on the community aspect of it and kind of separate the haves for the have-nots. When they're talking about reinvesting in their top creators, I'm a little concerned about. I feel like the spirit of Rec Room is, hey, you've never built anything before, come build with us and learn your development journey. I literally thought about building in a social platform when I first thought about, hey Magoo, welcome in. When I first thought about making my own game, I thought about building on a social platform, whether it be Horizon, VR Chat, Rec Room, Resonate, whatever, because I knew there was a starting base there and I knew I could like learn without having to go through the process of like submitting to Steam and going to QA with Meta and all that stuff. Ultimately, I decided against it and I took a different route. But yeah, like I'm really concerned about the people who want to build and want to learn not getting the support to really kind of usher them in. So I think Rec Room and VR Chat and places like that are great for people who have never developed before. Amelia is a great version of that success story because Amelia had not built anything before she went to Resonate, and now she builds shit all the time. For people who want to build and want to learn, and just in an environment where you're allowed and that's nurtured, I don't like the idea of Rec Room getting away from that and chasing the money, which is kind of how this reads to me. So I'm concerned about that. And then, of course, I mean, I say this every time. It sucks. You laid off half your staff because you guys decided to scale up too quick and try to build something that you were way, way overscoped for. So a bunch of people on your team suffer because of your short-sightedness. I hate that. And I hate the fact that the whole gaming industry is doing this shit. Entire studios are being closed when the live service game that they never want to make in the first place fails. Games being canceled left and right and studios being shut down before they ever put out the first game. I hate that. And to see this happen to a social platform, which was kind of like almost insulated from that because so much of it was UGC and you could go and build stuff that you wanted to build and not worry about some big corporate laying you off, even though your game could be a hit. Like the developer of Hi-Fi Rush, whose name completely escapes me right now, and I'm sorry about this, but they made a certified hit, a surprise hit that took the world by storm, won all tons of awards, made a lot of money, and Microsoft still shut that studio down. And then after they shut that studio down, they did an all hands meeting with the other people who were remaining and said, hey, we need more games like Hi-Fi Rush. Are you kidding? And then the other end of the spectrum of Valve's Glaze for not releasing shit. Apparently it's better to not release anything and just be praised for the one good thing you did. I'll tell you, if JRPG Simulator is a hit, I may not ever release another game. I might ride the coattails of that for the rest of my life. I'll be like Sean Murray and just do 10 years of updates on one game, even though they do have Light No Fire coming. But yeah, let's catch up on chat here, and I'll turn the music back on. Quote, optimization, what the fuck is optimization? It's a genuine question I've seen before. I'll be an honest comment. Yeah, because they're like, ooh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. I've sat there and watched people, because I've been watching a whole of like game jams lately and creator jams and people just like building stuff on YouTube videos, because again, I'm trying to learn as fast as possible and assimilate as many different viewpoints and perspectives as possible. So I'm trying to learn. I've watched a lot of this stuff in the last, I'd say, 6 months. And the number of people who, when it comes to optimization, they're like, ah, fuck it, ship it. It's fine if it runs 40 frames per second. It's okay. Looks like 100 employees post layoffs. I mean, in fact, I'm surprised it's still at 100, but I mean, Rec Room's self-sustaining up to where they should hopefully be able to sustain that many people. Hopefully, knock on wood. Russ, I don't know who Rattle is. You have to give me a little context there. A mystery MMO horse game? What? Who was asking for an MMO horse? Okay, yeah, I know you're big in the horse racing community, so maybe there's a lot of call for it there, but I don't know. But you know, I'm not gonna shit on that because that's someone's passion project. Someone's probably gonna tell me who wants a VR JRPG. Like, someone's gonna tell me that, and I'm gonna tell them to go fuck off. So maybe I shouldn't say that. All right. So that's that. Very sad news. Feel free to give your takes as we get into the game jam part of it, because we got a lot to get through tonight. This is the Sizzling Shrimp VR Summer Jam. Fistful of Shrimp is a VR YouTuber that I've been following for quite some time, who has been doing a lot of really helpful VR tutorials about Unity. Him, Code Monkey, who doesn't specialize in VR, but does a lot of really good Unity tutorials in general, and Balance Tutorials, who does some VR specialization stuff. Those three channels have pretty much like kicked off a lot of what I've been able to relearn, along with the Unity Academy. That's been really helpful too. But long story short, I entered Fish's Summer Game Jam. I did not finish my game because I had an error when I tried to make a build that I could not fix. I had to send it to a friend of mine who told me that it was something with how Unity 6.1 changed. There's something about path, like directories and something like that. Long story short, by the time I figured it out, and by the time he helped me figure it out, it was 3 hours before the jam was due to be finished, and I didn't have a title screen yet. I hadn't put music into the game yet, so I was gonna need another, I'd say, 10 hours of work, and only had 2 hours, so I did not finish. I am going to show you guys what I was going to submit when I do get it done. I'd say in about a month or so. But the plan was to show my game and then show everyone else's on a live stream, and since my game is not done, we're just gonna go through everyone else's. But also, no one's asking for a murder mystery. Yeah, we're actually doing a Discord about the horse game. Okay, I'll check it out after stream. We got a lot to get to, so I'm gonna have to catch that later. It wasn't a passion project. It was a proper studio who should have known better. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't get that. And the number of... Russ, how big is that studio? I'm just gonna ask that question. The number of small teams trying to build MMOs boggles my mind. Boggles my mind. Those are massive games to make, and then more importantly, they're massive games to maintain. So even if you get it launched like Alicia or Zenith, you still have to support that with a healthy amount of content dumping over and over and over again. It's why Polyart Games is not going the free-to-play route with Glassbreakers Champions of Moss, because they said even at our scale, I think that's a 40-person team, a 40 or 50-person team over at Polyarch, they straight up said that they can't do that. I see Unity 2021 because I stepped back into Unity for a bit. Yeah, when I started, I just downloaded the freshest version, which for me was 6.1. Actually, right now they're on 6.2, but I didn't upgrade because I'm in the middle of a project. And what they added, I didn't think I needed. There's a new UI toolkit in Unity 6.2 that I kind of played around with in a test project, but I don't think it's enough for me to warrant switching my entire game over, because then I have to redo some paths and stuff like that. A URP alone is giving me a lot of headaches. So, anywho, I have all 10 pages here, and we're going to read through all these just like we would on a Thursday, and then we're going to play each game. I need to caveat what I'm about to say here, and I wish I had pinned what I said earlier. I'm gonna see if I can find it, if it hasn't gone back too far. Here we go. All right, I'm just gonna read this in its entirety here. Tonight we're reviewing all of the entries in the Fistful of Shrimp Summer Game Jam. All of these are short prototypes built in less than 3 weeks. So please react accordingly. These will not be 5-star pieces, I'm gonna say masterpieces there. Just kernels of ideas to grow. A lot of games have come out of game jams and become full-fledged games. I'll read that in just a second, Russ. Excuse me. What was it? Ziggy's Cosmic Stardust, not Ziggy's Cosmic Adventure, excuse me, started as a game jam game. I learned the other day that Bootstrap Island, which has grown into an incredible game, was a game jam game. Super Hot was a game jam game. Thank you, Only, for giving me that example. So these, what you're gonna see tonight, are gonna be kernels of what they hope they could probably be built into something else if the feedback is there, or it's just a good prototype to have in your resume to say, hey, I built something and I'm gonna go build something else. What I was building, I'll go ahead and tell you. What I was building was a basically a survival game. You basically you start at, it's pretty much a maze. Think of it like a garden maze. You start at one end of this landscape and you have to get back to your campsite. But between you and your campsite, you go through all these winding paths to go through a forest, and it was like lines of trees all the way through, so you can like walk through the grass. Was a whole bunch of velociraptors. Got download the velociraptor model that I was pretty excited to show off. So you had to, it was basically a stealth game. You had to wait until the velociraptor passed your field of view, or passed until you could get by it without being seen. Hey Mia, welcome in. So that was the thought process behind it. So I got most of it built, and then something broke, and then yeah, anyway, that was a kernel. So you'll see that eventually, and it's just gonna be a prototype. This is gonna be like my 10th prototype I built. And I've actually got a fun idea that I think only Kaze, I think I told you and Amelia about in one of the shenanigans voice chats. I'm pretty sure, I know I said it to someone. I can't remember who I said it to. All right, let me go back here. From the website, Blue Scarab Entertainment is founded by a team of 20+ year industry veterans who led development on Battlefield, World of Warcraft, Age of Conan, IMVU. I don't know what IMVU is, or Star Stable Online is, or Helldivers 2. All right, close to 39, found the second list. I don't think 30 is big enough for an MMO. Just straight up. I think if you're making an MMO, you need at least 100 people. Because the number of models you have to generate, environments you need to generate, quests, like all these are different departments that you have to do. And if you're not going to recycle the same music over and over again, like, no, you need a very large team, not so much to get the initial version built, but just to keep layering on and on with more and more content. Otherwise, your updates are going to be slow, and people who like MMOs pretty much don't want to run out of content. They want to always have something to do, and that was one of the problems that happened with Zenith. You could get through the whole game in what was available in probably about 20 hours. So yeah. All right. But yeah, please keep in mind what we're about to see are prototypes, basically. And just we'll see if we can see the kernel of what could be something great. I have to provide feedback because I entered the game jam, even though I did not submit, which is why we're doing this live on stream, because I have to get this done anyway. So I forgot to share with you guys. The first game we're going to play is Alont, a quote alone, unquote, parody game by Beard or Die. This is an on-rails viewing experience with zero interactivity and includes delightfully cringe human voice acting. Sit back, relax, and suffer. Okay. 10 contestants, 10 items of survival gear of their choosing, plus emergency sat phone, first aid kit, bear spray, excuse me. Beer spray, that'd be nice. Bear spray and heavy camera equipment, no camera crew. Each contestant must ensure the challenges of the wilderness, completely isolated from each other and the modern world. They are required to film their entire experience this season. Stop. Sorry, that period's a little hard to read. This season, the contestants are dropped off in the remote wilderness of northern Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. The sole contestant to outlast all others wins a $500,000 grand prize. Okay, and yeah, that's that. So what did you guys pick? Do you want me to read the description and then play the game and then go to the next one? Because we have 11 games we're going to look at. We're only going to play 10 of them. Because there's one person who posted that he has a he's working on the game that he posted on Steam. I'm actually going to show you guys that first because we're not going to play that game. And what I want to do here is review his Steam page just like I do every Thursday for new VR reviews. But for the rest of these, I mean, you guys let me know. Do you want me to? Matter of fact, we'll do a poll. Read each description before. God, if I could type, that'd be great. That is not what I meant to type. I meant to go exclamation point poll, not forward slash poll. There we go. All right, there should be a poll up. I'm actually going to unpin this message. I hope the poll went. Because someone tell me if the poll's there, because I can't see it on my end. I can see it. Okay, I can see it in the streamer bot. But yeah, while we do that, I'm going to read this theme page, and we're going to take a look at this one. And then we'll either hop into the first game, or we'll read all through all 10, and then go through each game one by one. But yeah, you guys let me know. Vote in the poll. So this person posted in Shrimp's Discord, and this is a game called Bramblefort. Bramblefort is it? We're not playing bingo with this, but I do kind of want you guys to ding if you like see some of the hallmarks here. Bramblefort is a VR survival horror game built for exploration, immersion, ding, and witty combat. Journey through a desolate North Atlantic island where rotting huts gradually give way to towering Victorian mansions as you make your way towards its center. So that description's fine. It tells you pretty much exactly what you're gonna do. Tells you the genre. I can't see a poll on mobile. Okay, that was weird. All right, so the one vote was for me to read all 10 now. So we'll go through each 10 now. That description is fine. Screenshots. This is one of my problems with some of these like Unreal built dark fantasy-esque games. They all start to look the same. I also can't see it. I'm on my computer. That's weird. Okay, let me run a regular poll and see if you guys can see this. I had to refresh you. Okay. All right. I put up another one. Let me know if you can see that one. It might just be how StreamerBot puts the poll up. I'm not sure. Anyway, what I was saying was, let me turn some music back. Actually, we're gonna watch trailers, so I'm gonna leave the music off. Looking through this, like, these screenshots aren't bad, but because it mostly looks like the same general environment, it looks like it's from the same section of the game, if that makes sense. Also, you don't need 13 screenshots. Like, you could, okay. There's a lot of fog there, which I guess there's a lot of fog there. Like, that screenshot's fine. That's fantastic. A lighter, some viscera, that's good. That's really good. I don't like this one. Too much fog, too much smoke, whatever that is. It looks obscured. Don't put that there. Maybe.
The award-winning Amelia says, but this splatter is better than that splatter.
Yeah, like, I think you should if the game isn't obvious. Yeah, I haven't read through all these, Oni. I just pulled up each page. So I haven't screened any of these. Not a one. Also, I'm going to be switching back and forth between PCVR and Quest. Like, this one I don't like. I know that church probably looks really cool, but the VOD kind of obscures it and makes it. And then you got this thing in the foreground on the left. I don't like that screenshot. There's too many screenshots is what I'm trying to say. You get away with 5. This one's fine. This one's fine. You're holding a weapon. There's an enemy coming at you. That one's fine. I like that one too. If I had a new virtual environment for Quest Home, hopefully the selectable environments return. Okay. I'll take a look at that too. We're going to see some Quest stuff tonight, so we'll see. Yeah, way too many screenshots. I could cut this down to probably 5. I keep that one because there's a body hanging. That's good. No, too much fog. If I kept this one, I would get rid of the one where this character, this thing, whatever it is further out. I don't mind this one, but there's a second one later. So, okay, we're up to 2.
The award-winning Amelia says, is he fighting a jacket?
That's what I thought it was, dude. That one I'm kind of on the fence about. We'll keep it. So 3. Let's get this down to 5. No. Get rid of this. This isn't atmospheric. No. That one I like. 4. This one I don't like. 5. The fog. You already have one visceral shot earlier. You don't need 2, especially when you just put one right here that looks a hell of a lot better. So no, get rid of that one. Get rid of this one. Their body's hanging, but there was a one that was earlier that was like right in your face that was more effective. I don't particularly care for this one, so we'll say no. I like that church. We'll say yes, but I might drop that one. No, because I think killing that enemy and blowing them up look a lot better. No, okay, here's the other one I'm talking about. If you got that one, what's the theme for the jam again? Unhappy Camper is the theme for the jam. Unhappy Camper. This game is not part of the jam. Let's be clear on that. This is just something that someone posted in the Shrimp's Discord, so I'm just recording this to give them some feedback on what this theme page looks like. No, this is not in the jam. Sorry, I should have made that clear. I don't like this one because this one exists. This one's better. It's more terrifying. You can see the features a little bit better. And you don't want to say this, show the same thing twice because it looks like your game looks more limited. So no, I cut that one, and I cut that one too. Okay, yeah, so we got our 5. Yeah, you don't need 13 screenshots. Let's watch the trailer. Most people won't get past the first 3 or 4 anyway.
Leave now! Get out of my house.
Oh my god, too many sounds.
Your operational target is the island of Bramblefort, an isolated settlement in the northern Atlantic. Population is low and tight-knit, no resistance expected, and no reports of armed activity. The company initiated the investigation after repeated offloads from the island were intercepted at local ports. Shipments contained unusual cargo, soil samples, biological remains, and unidentified chemical substances.
They have Resident Evil vibes.
You are being deployed in advance of the lab results
Good
to
shot.
take initiative and secure first-hand intelligence on the supply chain. Your mission is to trace the origin, processing, and export method of all identified cargo. A standard issue revolver will be waiting for you at the Coast Guard's cabin at the Western Dock. You will not need it, but its issue is mandatory under company doctrine. Primary extraction is scheduled for 24 March at the South Dock. No contingency route is available, so maintain strict timeline discipline. That is all.
That shot of the sickle hitting the guy in the face should have been right when the person said that is all. You didn't need 10 extra seconds of action there. You didn't need that. The trailer's fine. You could probably get that down to a minute. But no, the trailer's fine. So yeah, definitely got Resident Evil 4 vibes in that. I wouldn't say Hellsweeper, Amelia, because those look more human than some of the stuff you see in Hellsweeper, but yeah. All right, so we're gonna run through all 10 in this summer game jam because the vote was no twice, and then we're gonna hop in. I am not going to play the trailer for a lump because it is not a trailer. It's 20 minutes of gameplay. I did click on this earlier, so we're not gonna do that. Home is where the trash is. As a poor raccoon has just been evicted before a big storm, this is a game jam game. You need to suddenly do some urban camping in a trash-filled alley using garbage, cardboard, trash cans, and your wits. You must build a suitable shelter capable of surviving a stormy night in this adorable physics-based hand puppet-driven VR game. After playing this game, you will understand why raccoons always make an absolute mess with your trash, even though it wasn't their intention. I'm going to give Soana and make sure Soana sees this. He's obsessed with raccoons. It seems more silly than serious survival, but let's see. Does it mean you have a countdown timer in the levels? No, and I think that's just artificially inflating the sense of urgency.
Hey. Home is where the trash is. Alright,
This is 5 minutes long, or 6 minutes long. We're not watching all of this.
recording this, playing this with hand tracking mode. So the hand doesn't need to overlap the raccoon at all. You can just put it anywhere. But the raccoon will follow the hand, but not vertically.
What's that cross in the middle?
Pardon my coughing, I have COVID. So,
Yeah, I should point this out. He finished this during COVID. I give him all the respect in the world for finishing it and doing his voice acting during COVID. But prefer the yeah.
raccoon is basically a hand puppet. You can control the mouth with the middle finger pinching. You see this? Middle finger pinching. You can go and grab things. You can drop them. You can grab things. You can throw them. All kind of. Not really. To jump.
Alright, he's just playing the controls. I'm not gonna finish watching this. We're just gonna hop in and play it. That's that. Can't Panic. Can't Panic is a mixed reality experience that best played on Quest 3. My room's a mess right now, so please don't judge me. My room's an absolute mess. I had time to do laundry. You have a camping trip next week, but you have lost all your camping skills. Thankfully, your good friend lends you his Camping Simulator 3000 robot so we get back on track and take you through a range of camping essentials, from cooking marshmallows to building a tent. This mixed reality camping simulation should make you camping ready for the upcoming trip. I actually might skip this because I'm going to need more space than I have. So I might need to just like move, because I might have to move my green screen out the way to be able to play this. So I'm going to finish reading this and then we'll look at the screenshots, but I'm probably going to do this one offline and just record it. This mixed reality camping simulation make you camping ready for the upcoming trip. Can you survive the camping simulation? Beware, things have a habit of going crazy when you're camping. This is a Quest native game, obviously, because it's mixed reality. Okay. Mixed reality screenshots terribly. I gotta say that. Like, these screenshots are probably 2K. Just the mixed reality camera looks so like artifacty when you take screenshots. So it's really hard to do a mixed reality game justice in the screenshot. He doesn't have any video, so I'm most likely gonna skip that one. I'm gonna save that one for last. We'll do it if I have enough time. We'll get to it. Trustfall is a short VR experience created for this Strizzling Shrimp VR Summer Game Jam. You are a camper at Camp Trustfall. You must catch your fellow campers, and at the end, you must complete the Trustfall yourself and trust they will catch you. Warning, you may fall over in real life, so please make sure your play area is clear, especially if you play in manual mode. Please use a bed or trustworthy friends to catch you. That doesn't sound okay. The room layout makes it look worse than it probably is in person. Oh, 100%. Like, mixed reality just does not screenshot well at all. Like, it's bad. Fly fishing. This is Shrimp Century. Welcome to Fly Fishing. You just entered the Intergalactic Fishing Tournament. Try to catch as many campers with matching traits as you can. Different items, food, and scents will attract specific traits of campers. Try to catch as many matching traits before you run out of bait. That is fishes, and I don't see any screenshots, so we're just going to keep moving. Genki Naru. This is one I'm really looking forward to checking out. You could be my sugar, fly, baby. He doesn't have a single description at all. It just says this VR game displays a flat screen on my Quest 3. Okay. This I think is a VR visual novel, if this is the one I'm thinking of, because he was posting pretty awesome looking stuff. But if this person says it appears flat, so we'll see. Sour Cherry VR. Grab the maze on the tent, press A, finish the mazes. The game tells the story of a game developer who decided to go camping for the summer. Cool, right? But sometimes camping can turn into a nightmare. He arrived at the small beach with only one game, a single-player board game. It's like a storm is brewing. The forecast for the whole weekend is nothing but rain. With only one wooden board, you're in for hours of gameplay. Jump into this mystery camping adventure and beat the mazes of a ruined campsite. Share with your friends and play and prepare for a camping trip together. Play it now in VR. That just tells you how to load it. Old Man Touring, an old man's peaceful camping trip is interrupted by waves of zombies drawn to his campfire. With your handy hunting rifle and axe, you must fend them off. How long can you survive? All right, we've got our zombie wave shooter. I love it. Touching grass, you finally decided to go out and touch grass on the trip with your family. What should have been a nice and relaxing week of vacation suddenly becomes your worst nightmare. In touching grass, you need to set up a camp, gather food, and kill monsters in the woods while waiting for your family. Grab your backpack with your left hand, set the camping gear, and find the gun on your wrist to defend against the monster. Don't be an unhappy camper. Enjoy the fun.
The award-winning Amelia says, when grass attacks.
That was going to be some weird AI integration in the Turing test. Yeah, Turing there is a little interesting of a word. Last one is The World Next to Ours. Strange dreams, a fading summer camp, a creature that shouldn't exist. Step into the world next to ours. And no, this is the visual novel I was thinking of. Wow, I can't talk. A narrative-driven VR visual novel about secrets hiding just beyond the edges of everyday life. This early demo introduces the first chapter of the game. We're quite nostalgic its way to something far stranger. Explore the grounds of the Aspen Ridge Summer Fellowship, meet fellow campers, and uncover the first threads of a mini world waiting to break through. Designed for Quest 3 or 3S. Quest 2 may work, but has not been tested. Can someone put on a to-do list, please? Post Game Jam games in Discord. They'll post all these links in for you guys to try. For those of you who have Quest, because most of these are Quest native games. I'm sorry, for those of you who have a Quest 3 or 3S, you can test most of these. I'll notate which ones are PC ready. So that is the full rundown. I'm gonna say this takes maybe 2.5 hours. So we're gonna go to about midnight tonight. So we'll see. Thank you, Amelia. All right, let's do it. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to start with the 2 PC games because the rest of these are Quest. So I'm going to start with the PC so I don't have to do switches back and forth between setups. Back in a minute. Wait, why can't I jump? I thought I could jump. Maybe that's an ability I get.
David, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm so sorry. I'll call you back.
Okay. What else do I have? What else do I
can't
have?
let you waste your childhood like that.
No, Mom. Mom, no. No!
I hope you realize I'm just watching over you.
How could you?
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Glistening salt. These fries deliver a heavenly balance of savory and subtle sweet flavors. The irresistible texture and flavor combination makes them the ultimate indulgence, a comforting and universally beloved snack. Bon appetit. So we take our pickaxe and we dig some holes, and then we plant some seeds, and then we water. So what am I supposed to do with this turnip other than that was just instructional? Okay, so let's get rid of that. Oh, it's not pick up, it's a hoe. Okay, so we pick up the hoe, then we hoe the ground. We hoe it up here. Hoeing it up. Okay, cool. How much hoeing do I have to do here? If I can hit this guy. Oh, got him! What a shot! I'm just too good for this game. Oh, hi! Hi. Ooh! Ooh, I shot the grenade right in his face! I shot the grenade right in his face! He's about to throw a grenade, I threw it in his face! I love this game. This game is awesome. I'm sure he's saying like ancient Gaelic or Celtic or something, but I got nothing. Right in the booty, right in the booty, right in the booty. Ooh, the booty hurt. Booty was 270. Booty? Okay, hit him from behind. Hit it from behind. Got it. Yeah. Ah. When in doubt, hit it from behind. That is true. That's true in game and in life. Whoa, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, don't look at me. Don't mind me. We're just a swing. Oh, my God. Almost went in your mouth. Almost went in your mouth. Just a swinging here. We're just a swinging here. Hey, hey. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was amazing.
One more weak point.
Yeah.
The head.
Yep. Of course. Whoa, God, he's looking right at me. That's disturbing. Perfect. All right. Get Faye in there.
Am I in there? I don't think I am.
You take like one step backwards, you should be fine. Hold. Perfect. Thank you. Someone clip that, please. Exclamation point clip. Just so I can pull a screenshot of it later. Exclamation point clip, please. I'll take my shot. Oh, you mean the Decker, the greatest headset ever that's going to save VR from the evil clutches of meta, and everyone's going to buy one, and VR is going to go totally mainstream, and it's going to be a Decker in every single household? Because Decker is the greatest thing ever. Hail Gaben. Just touch the bear. That's it. Just touch it. This looks like a weapon. Yep. Turn on the shield when holding the weapon in one hand, holding grab trigger in the other. Currently, you can see and hear me. For the sake of simplicity and switching games, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the armband and the mod mic all the way through, instead of just switching between the Quest mic when I'm on the PC game. I'm just going to use the Quest setup the whole time. I am not going to hear any sounders. I apologize in advance. That's why they're all disabled. I'm still working through audio forwarding on Windows 11 because Windows 11 is not taking default. inputs for OBS. I have to specify which one I want. And that is making routing sounds directly to my headset or a second set of headphones a little taxing. Okay. That should be a little bit straighter, I think. We'll see. Okay, so in theory, I should be able to just, which I've never done this before, open the CXE, because this says it's link compatible, and this game should run. Let's see. Oh boy. So we gotta do this run anyway. Let's see what we got. I think we're good. We seem to be Alant. Hysteria Channel original series, okay. This is the one where I just stand still the whole time. Mia with the jackpot! Mia with the jackpot, Mia GG's. Congratulations. Windows 11 is so helpful, yeah, let me tell you. Mackenzie asked you to do the screen command here? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I am not Scorp, I'm sorry. Okay, so configure watch credit exit to Windows. Let's go to configure. I'm standing. Calibrate height. Hold on. Two turn, yes. Two turn speed, 250, sure. Master volume. How's the volume? Okay, we're at about midway up the card here, so we're good. That'll work. There was a winner on the lottery last week. Relax, Enjoy Life won 30,000 pixels. So this week is for 10,000. All right, here we go. I like the atmosphere. I like the menu. I like the atmosphere. You gave me turn speed options. Good job. We're doing well so far. But I'm in the black void. If this is a scene load, I would like some kind of loading animation here. Oh boy. Have we broken? Don't know who that was. It's getting the per diem. Okay, if you guys are seeing something, I am not. I am seeing a black void. Also did not pull chat because I'm reading the armband. Okay, still going. There we go. That was a long load. 10 people remain. Okay. They won, Spencer.
Homie says, can see a forest.
Hi, Spencer.
What have I gotten myself into? Here I am alone in the Canadian wilderness. Come get me, come get me, come get me, come get me.
Make sure you guys can see it. There's a blue, like, screen tearing at the edge of my view. It's a little weird. I probably could have sat down for this one. 9 people remain. Okay, so Spencer somehow died. Luann Lee?
Y'all are not gonna believe this. I was dropped off not 20 minutes ago. I made my way to the camera equipment case, opened up the case, and started fiddling around with setting up the tripod. And straight out of nowhere, a skunk, Pepe Le Pew himself, sprayed me with the most vile, rottenest, putrescent substance I have ever had the olfactory display.
Got that as 2 minutes.
Ugh.
That wasn't the game. That was my ad reminder.
I confess, I threw the nearest rock at the detestable creature so hard. It's a good thing I missed, though, because that'd be an automatic tap out. I don't know if... I don't know if... I just don't know, y'all. Pepe better keep his distance.
The spatial audio there is really good, actually. Like, wherever I turn my head, like, his voice carried correctly. That's a moon guy from the outer world. Day 3, Dorian, I think that said.
Only says, now it's the moon guy from the outer worlds.
Yeah, don't obscure your text by trees, please. Like, layer that perfectly so I can read the text. Hi, Dorian. Okay, all right. 9 people remain. Day 1, Brayden. Wait, so all these are day 1? Okay.
All you viewers at home, I cannot
Hi.
begin to express how beautiful this summer day is. I've got trees all around me, a beach close by, and all the sun I could ever want. It's beautiful out here. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy for
Oh, I
being
can't
out
pause.
here.
That's not bad. That's bad.
I mean, they're not wrong. There's a lot of threats out here in the wilderness.
I'm gonna take it back with station
I'm not
audio.
worried. Statistically, bear
Oni
attacks
says,
are
Dorian,
extremely
do you
rare.
have to find a painting of a shriveled up ball and destroy it to defeat him?
Awful welcome in.
That's just the wind.
That was a bear, dude. Oh no, man, that's not a bear. That's like some zombie moose.
Just the wind.
Okay, so one thing, when I turn to the spatial audio is backwards. When I turn to my right,
The award-winning Amelia says, portrait of Dorian Gray. Nice.
he was coming out of the ear that's not facing him. So the spatial audio is flipped
I
somehow.
don't even really know what I'm doing out here, but I'm gonna do my best. As long as I find enough food.
I feel like
around
I'm
here,
bobbing up and down.
Guess I'll be fine. We'll see how it goes.
Disqualification. A contestant neglected to remove the lens cap on their camera equipment for their entire experience as filming is a requirement for the competition. This contestant has been disqualified, will not be featured. Don't worry, you did not miss much. She spent the majority of her time singing songs about squirrels and being one with nature, always off key. Whew! The whole grip to wait longer needs to be higher because that was the last line in that. That should have been the first thing for me to pause the text. Day 1, Tommy. That's a very short thing. Just flip it so the character knows they can slow that down instead of having to read at light speed.
Oh hey, yeah. So it took me like 4 hours, but I mean, I got like a TP thing, like a frame or whatever. I hope it stays up and like doesn't crush me to death, you know.
That's more me shaking. I mean, it's like I'll watch this back later. Is it jittering because I'm talking? I'm not gonna talk for about a minute and let me know what it does. I won't talk all the way through Luann Lee.
He did it again, y'all. Pepe came back. That absolute stinker. I can't do this, y'all. This ain't right. I'm out. Ugh.
Okay, so I guess that's a rescue signal. Oh, we're at night now. 7 people remain. And there's like stuff on my lens here. That's actually a cool effect. No, the game seems like it's shaking slightly. Okay. Dorian never says anything. We're gonna fade out in about 5 seconds. Yep. Yep. Let me look at the feed because Russ said it's shaking. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's me shaking the headset when I talk or not. Oh. What happened to you? That was Luann Lee. I probably should have looked around for a skunk. Now we're down to 7. Day 2 for Dorian. So everything we just saw was day 1. It's like Survivor. Dorian's my favorite character so far. I don't feel like we got through 7 characters or 10 characters. Maybe I'm wrong. Are you supposed to be doing something? Nope. This is a non-interactive narrative adventure.
That was my stomach.
I'm just here to
Been
watch.
doing that a lot.
Back to Dorian, who's been the highlight of the whole thing so far. But this is really starting to lose me. I'm not gonna lie. He's the definition of an unhappy capper. Jackathan? Did we meet Jackathan before? Welcome back from the ads. Did we meet Jackathan before?
Yeah, we're just watching the latest episode of The Pit, streaming on my Fire TV. This show has been burning up the charts.
Not Fire
It
TV.
has one of the most smoking actresses ever.
Oh God, stop
Scarlett
it.
Johansson. Every scene she appears in, she just sizzles.
Okay.
She really just takes my breath right out of my lungs in the worst way.
Oh
You know,
my God.
I don't think this is a hot take at all, but in my opinion, this show is lit. This last episode really blew me away. As you can see, I'm really consumed by it. When I go on and on about it, it can cause some friction. Somebody might flame me and I might get a little embarrassed. But, like my daddy told me, that's just who you are, son.
How do we feel about the fire jokes?
Art, son. Arson. You get it. You're welcome.
Only I will keep that in mind for my game. Jackathan's my second favorite character after Dorian. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Brayden's dead. We're down to 6. Woo, Jesus. Okay. No, that should say 6. Brayden's dead. Again, the text should not be obscured by the tree. That's gonna bug me every time I see it. Hi, Dorian.
I'm really hungry, but nobody cares. I don't even like fish, so why did I come here?
I love you, Dorian. That should have said 6. Mark, okay.
Yeah, this is Mark. I'm gonna tap out. This ain't for me, man. I gotta get a burger in me.
Oh, there he is.
Burger, fries, soda, whole thing. Right now.
Okay, so Mark's out. 6 people remain. Okay. If Dorian doesn't win, I'm gonna riot.
Ah, jeez. Ah, man. Stop it. Oh, God. There's just so many bugs. There's so many bugs. So many bugs. This is an absolutely ridiculous amount of bugs. I've swallowed like so many bugs. Okay. I gotta focus. It's $500,000. $500,000. That is why I'm out here.
Would anyone in chat do this for $500,000?
I'll get used to the freaking bugs.
Do a survival game in the wilderness for $500,000.
Probably not. Come on, Tommy. Deal with the bugs.
I would not. I'm not an outdoorsy person. Here's our guy again. Dorian should be the front runner, even though he's hungry.
Sierra, I miss you. Sierra, I need you. Starving is not cool. My soul is turning blue. If I was to tap out just so I could see you, hypothetically, what's on the menu?
No! Dorian, no! I'm done with this. That Dorian was the best part of the whole game. Or experience. I can't call this a game. Wait, I thought Brayden died. I thought Brayden got killed. Wait, where'd Brayden's body go? I was right. This was Brayden. Where the hell did Brayden go? It's an imposter. Brayden's the killer. Back to the stuff on the lenses. That's a very cool effect. Jackathan back with the fire jokes, hopefully.
You know, if someone ever tells you you've really grown as a person, it might just mean you used to really suck. It could be. It could mean you just don't suck as bad anymore.
It's very true. Life advice with Jackathan.
When it comes to carrots, there's a lot of ways to do it wrong. But the best way to have a carrot is to cake it.
Why are you walking on your
You
knees?
ain't live till you cake the carrot.
Oh, you're on your feet. Your rigging's just weird. Okay.
And that is exactly why one of my 10 items I brought here with me is an extra large, luxury, Kirkland brand roll of toilet paper. You can tell a lot by the color of the blood when you put an arrow through big game. If it's bright red and bubbly, that's a lung shot. That's what you want to see. That's going to be fatal. Now, if the blood is bright green, that's not the kind of animal you meant to shoot. It's best to flee the area as soon as possible.
Okay. You should probably shot the alien. On day 8, the contestant received the Uber Eats drone delivery by misusing the provided emergency sat phone. Test is disqualified and none of their footage will be included. If you're curious, he ordered Panda Express honey walnut shrimp. He should be disqualified. Okay, so now I'm holding grip. That line where it says hold grip to wait longer should have been at the very top of this. Because now I know to do it, but I didn't know how to do it the first time. And that description was super long. So feedback for the developer whose name escapes me. This should also be a...
Raiders detected.
Hey, we're being raided!
Alien army, we do have a raid incoming. I repeat, a raid incoming.
Let me caught up here. I don't know how many days, Mia. We're just kind of going through it. Parameters, yeah. I got plenty of body fat to burn off. No, you don't get a firearm. And Scorp, welcome in. Hi, Raiders. Mia, thank you for the shout out. Que pasa, primo? Are you still playing? No. Were you playing Delta today? So I was gonna ask if you were playing Mafia Old Country, but Metal Gear Delta came out. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Is that what you were playing? Let me know, Scorp. We're going through a whole bunch of games from the Summer Game Jam. We're still on the first one, actually. That I was supposed to submit to, but I did not because my game was broken. And by the time I got it fixed, I didn't have time to finish it. So you guys will see that prototype in about... I'll commit to the end of September because I got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. But I will show you the prototype I was going to submit to that. And then there's a Halloween Game Jam for Shrimp in October that I 100% will have a submission for because I already have an idea of what I want to do. Thank you for hitting the welcome. I will absolutely submit. Relax, welcome in. Let's get through all that. All right, let's keep going. I don't know how much longer this is. We're down to 4, though, so we're moving on pretty quickly. Jackathon again. He's my new front runner since Dorian tapped out. For those who watch Survivor, is that how it works with them, too? Like, do they have a,
you know what
a tap out,
right now?
like panic button?
Really hard? A cookie. But
Okay.
I don't roll with no hard cookies.
My man.
That's what Big Sugar wants. They want people to eat hard cookies.
Not Big Sugar.
But I'm not going to conform. I'm not going to do it. I don't want it. I want a soft, moist cookie. That's the only cookie I'll eat. I won't do a hard cookie. But I'll do an Oreo.
What are you playing? This is a...
Mom always said
I can't,
was stubborn as
I
a
can't
kid.
pause this.
And she was right. She bought me a GPS, waste of money. Always telling me to zig when I want to zag.
What the hell?
Proceed to the route, she says. Maybe I don't want to proceed. Maybe I already arrived, little Miss Computer Map Lady. Maybe I'm strategical in my wrongness. Ever think about that? Huh?
That's not good.
Tell me, you bossy little binary beep boop beeper.
You guys can see this,
Anyway,
but the
I get lost a lot.
Oculus home screen is flashing on my screen.
It's about time someone made the ultimate sandwich. The best bread, the best
And I can't get rid of it.
The best meat, a banana bread, cottage cheese, pastrami sandwich. Somebody better make it happen.
All right, you guys are okay, so I'll just kind of tough it out. But okay, reset view. It just froze, and it kept like looping. I got out of it. 4 people remain. Day 3, day 9. Tommy. Why is it egg wearing a beanie?
So, I mean,
just roll with it,
like
babe.
the fire is pretty good, right?
Where'd he go?
It's pretty good. It's like hot
Dude.
and stuff. Real hot. I burned my fingers.
The spatial audio being backwards is throwing me off. Like that, left and right. The left and right channels got reversed. Disqualification. While it may have been disturbing to see footage of Brayden with an apparent mortal wound, the showrunners wish to put forth the theory that Brayden has smuggled a jar of strawberry jelly contraband along with his 10 survival items. According to this theory, the puddle of red liquid seen in the footage is merely strawberry jelly, or maybe raspberry. Strawberry superior. No further footage has been recovered, and Braden has not checked in with the showrunners. This is a breach of the contest rules, and he is disqualified. He is presumed alive and well. Presumed. Okay. So he wasn't dead, because we saw him face down in that. Yeah, it was fine. Like I said, you guys couldn't see it because you guys don't see when I pull up the Universal Quest Link menu, but it was just flashing on and off, on and off. All I was trying to do was recenter. But I guess I had to wait for that scene to be over. That's a weird error. Jesus. On day 10, a contestant was discovered to have ruthlessly massacred the entire family of a protected endangered species. What the fuck? This contestant's footage will not appear in the show. We wanted to show it, but the Canadian government won't let us. It was pretty crazy. Would have made for great television. Oh well. Anyways, don't kill endangered species or whatever. That's bizarre. Not sure how I feel about the... You had 10 contestants, but we're not going to meet 10 people. I think we met 6. Let's see. Dorian, Braden, Mark, Jacathan, Luann Lee. That's 5. And there's been at least 3 that we don't see. So that's 9. I'm missing somebody. There might have been 4 that we don't see the footage for.
Nature don't care if you're having a bad day. It's out there doing its thing. Trees gonna grow, birds gonna chirp.
Jacathan better win. Jacathan hasn't won at this point.
Just doing its thing, completely ignoring you're starving like Marvin. Nature's like that cat from the Alien movies.
So I'm looking around as he talks.
Jonesy the cat, just unfazed with all that chaos and suffering and xenomorph terror and acid blood chewing through everything. Nature's like Jonesy, and you're Ripley, and hunger is the xenomorph. Perfect metaphor.
This is like a masterclass in timeline usage Unity.
You may as well
even though I'm not doing anything, just how to make a cutscene.
Sharp knife. Best not to be naked. That is one life lesson I do not need to learn more than once.
What? Okay, I kind of want to know the story there. You're gonna tap out, aren't you?
Your expectations low and your achievements just a little not as low, right? Right? Gotta crack your struggle knuckle to minimize the suck.
What is a struggle knuckle?
Suck a nation to step off and buckle up, boy.
A struggle knuckle? Alright, we're down to the fogging on the glasses.
Birds are cool. But if you put a couple of them in your pocket, it's awkward for everyone involved. Ain't doing that again.
You're weird, dude. Why are you putting birds in your pocket? I think we're down to 3? We're down to 2. Okay, let's see who's gonna win. Tommy! So we're down to Tommy and Jacathan. I miss Dorian. Why are you stabbing yourself? He's out. Jack.
Hello. This is yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. This is Tommy. I'd like to officially tap out, please.
Jacathan wins.
Please. Yes. Yeah. I appear to have stabbed myself. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. I am stabbed. Yeah.
The wound.
Thank you very much. Quickly.
The animation on the wound is resetting, and then it moves up to his chest when. One person remains. Okay. Jacathan wins. Took 12 days to win this. Could you stay in the wilderness for 12 days? There's your parameters. You have to go at least 12 days. Why are you floating?
2 days gonna be the day, but they never throw it back to you.
Hey!
By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Now, what in the world?
What the hell?
Sports is it going on around here? You seeing this? Folks, we are not alone. We are alone. Oh, okay, I guess I'm going with these guys.
He said the name.
See y'all later.
On day 12, footage was captured that seemingly appeared to show Jacathan being abducted by a UFO of some sort. Jacathan's emergency GPS tracker reported his altitude well outside of the contest area. As UFOs aren't real, Jacathan's failure to remain in the contest area has been resulting in disqualification. He is presumed alive and well. We saw the footage. Yes, 10 items. It was 10 items. And it was Australian. Okay, that's it. That's the whole thing. Also, I'd lost my pointers. I lost my pointers on this menu, so I can't exit out. So, okay. As a visual experience, that was interesting. All the characters were distinct. I can't really call it, I mean, that's not really a game. But he said it wasn't a game, so yeah. The other PC experience is Home is Where the Trash Is. I believe this is the hand puppet one. Let's check this one out, and then we gotta switch to Native Quest. Yes, I know it's a dangerous app. Let's do it. And we're probably gonna pick up the pace on these. I have 9 to get through in the next 2 hours. Whoa. Oh, okay, let's see. I should be using hand tracking, but I'm not going to. Raccoon is touch control. Raccoon is the hand puppet. Mouth grab is trigger. Jump, thrust controller upwards. Okay. Snap rotate right thumbstick. Okay. Locomotion left thumbstick or hold grip and drag the world. Okay. How do I grab anything? Oh, there we go. Woo! Walk in the alley start. Okay. Oh.
Life's been hard lately. I just got kicked out of my tree by that greedy woodpecker who keeps raising the rent.
Hold the damn
even
tree.
in this lousy economy. How is an honest raccoon supposed to keep up? Now I'm forced to camp out on the streets. Cold.
Can't go there.
Wet. Alone. I'm an unhappy cat.
Raccoon is... No, I'll put a link to the judging if you guys want to do feedback.
I can pick up pieces of junk and stack them.
I think the cutoff is at the end of this weekend.
Make it a roomy home I can fit inside without bumping my head.
So I can't hold and jump at the same time.
It has
Okay.
a good roof, an entrance, and shields me from the rain, wind, and puddles. Look around me. These scraps, these broken things. The world may discard and overlook them. But here they have purpose, they have value. They mean life. Because home is where the trash is.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I think he just said it's just a sandbox. Because he couldn't get it done. Because he got... I think this is the one that got COVID, if I'm not mistaken. Better a rat than a landlord. That's not terrible. Home is Where the Trash Is, a game by Andy... I can't read it. Andy Mom 404. Made for Citizen Strip Summer Game Jam. Okay, so it's just a sandbox. Jump! There we go. Looks like Goose Game or Donut. That's kind of the vibe I got. Even though I just learned what Goose Game was last week. Jump. There we go. So it's just a sandbox where I can... Okay, so I stack all my trash there. Okay, I got it. But I can't... How do I stack my trash there if I can't jump, though? I can't jump with the trash in my hand. So how do I get it up there? Okay, so what if I jump? And then can I grab that? No. Okay. So how do I get trash up there if I can't jump while I'm holding something? We're going to get through this one in about a minute because yeah, it just feels like sandbox physics. Probably more of a show off for hand tracking than anything else because you do this with hand tracking too. It's interesting, but it's definitely unfinished. I would love to see what the finished version of this, like with an actual objective, would look like, as opposed to a sandbox. I am not the sandbox guy at all. So, yeah. I'm not surprised that Russ, why wouldn't you try it in the American wilderness? I'm curious. What makes you feel safer in the Aussie wilderness with giant spiders and you know, kickboxing kangaroos and stuff. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna try to see if I can get over this. No, I don't think I can. I can't get that high. Okay. All right. I like the control scheme. It's different. But looks like this is just a story about someone living in an alley, because you can't really go any further than this. So I think we've kind of seen the breadth of this. I like the music. I like the control scheme, but it's a sandbox, so I can't really comment on like gameplay there. So all right, that's that. There you go. That's number 2. And now we're going to switch to native quest. So I need to drop out of PCVR. Please confirm that you can still hear me. You should be able to. I did not get the submission in for the one I was working on, Faye. My game had a fatal build error that I could not figure out. So because I couldn't figure it out until I sent it to a friend of mine the day the jam was due, he figured it out for me. It was a project setting in Unity, a directory path that was screwed up. After he figured that out, I only had 2 hours to finish. I still hadn't done music, optimization, post-processing, or a menu. So yeah, I didn't finish. Still seeing here. This kind of neat novel need to make the feeling heading of the character controllable. Yes, like the actual direction. Like I was turning here with this just by twisting my hand. But yeah, I like the control scheme. I did like that. The first one was better for like characterization, but it actually had a point in the story and direction it was going. Sandboxes just aren't my thing, but I did like the control scheme of the second one. Okay, third one. I have to sideload these, and I don't know how that's gonna work when I actually have my headset on. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna experiment. Because all these have to be sideloaded. Documents. Actually, let's get that off screen. You don't see my prawn folder. Okay. This next one is Can't Panic. I've actually never used unknown resources or unknown sources on my Quest 3 since the Assist Navigator update. So we're gonna see what it does. Snakes and spiders don't want to hurt me. Okay, you just said snakes don't want to hurt you. Spiders, okay, sure. You can say Russ, just stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Let's see. Unknown sources. Oh, and one thing. Oh, this is the mixed reality one. We're not gonna do this one. If you were the developer of this and you're watching this video, I'm actually gonna record that separately off screen in a separate room where I have more space, and then I will record all my feedback for you happily. But I'm not gonna do the mixed reality because I don't have the space, and my room is a fucking disaster. So sorry. My job. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. Appreciate it. So one of the things that happened, and it came out in the jam in the Discord, is that when you make a build for a quest game with Unity, there are some default settings to like what the game is named and some other parameters. So the problem with sideloading into quests is that if you don't change those to make them unique to your game, anyone who sideloaded the game and actually loaded it will know that it'll say, hold on, let me go back to app library. Like this one says com/Oculus mobile _MRC _setup. Can't Panic just says comms_games digits ltd .cat panic. Arcaster 2 is com/overrun games or com.overrun games.arcaster 2. If you don't change the default to whatever the name of your game is, you can't load another one. So Can't Panic is okay because he changed his, but there's about 4 of these I'm gonna have to unload to reload a new one because they didn't change the default Unity settings, which is a lesson learned. I mean, I would have done the same thing. All right, so we're gonna skip the MR one. Camp Trustfall is our next one. And again, these are basically prototypes that were built in the span of 3 weeks. These are not going to be complete experiences, although that first one, Elant, was. That was a complete experience start to finish, even if I didn't do anything. It was meant to be a visual experience in VR. Also, these are very, very small files because that one uploaded quickly. Okay, Camp Trustfall. I don't know where I'm going to fall, but so we're probably going to skip the fall part of it. Camp Trustfall. Okay. Weird that it loaded with my front being there. Follow the path, left stick to move. Okay. Warning, automatic fall mode. Manual mode requires you to physically trust fall backwards. Please play on the bed with a lot of pillows or in the presence of actually trustworthy friends who will catch you. Check your surroundings and don't be stupid. Okay. So I'm going to turn on automatic fall mode. So I don't have to fall. Live on stream. You're supposed to see some shit. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, Nether Quest. I was supposed to cast. My bad. That is entirely my fault. That's not the game. That's me being a potato. My B. Okay, you should hear wilderness sound now, and you should have a full visual of the game. My bad. Yep, sorry, my bad. I forgot to cast it. That's my fault. Oh, and the second I cast it, the performance went to shit when I turned. Follow the path, okay. Press secondary button to open and close the pause menu, okay? Secondary button. Okay. Trustfall Tuesday. Welcome to Trustfall Point Alpha. Stand in the highlighted location and catch your fellow campers. A next button will appear here once you successfully catch a camper. Oh, I see no good coming to this. I like the models though. Starfall. Okay. I think I caught him. Look at my man hands here. Oh, wait, hold on. Next camper, okay. I wish that next camper button was a little closer. Starfall, got it? I'm gonna let the next one fall. I'm letting it be known. I'm not gonna catch the next one. This button needs to be closer. Don't make me walk all the way back over here. Okay. Alright, this one's gonna fall. So I want to see what happens if I don't catch him. I didn't catch him. Why did I get the next camper? Crayon Shinken? I have no idea what that is. Okay, now it's my turn. This way to Trustfall Alpha. Okay. Okay, I am not Trustfalling, guys, just so you know. Turn around and cross your arms over your chest. When you are ready, press both triggers to Trustfall. Okay? So this is the automatic one. This is not me actually following myself because I don't want to be on TikTok tomorrow. I'm holding both triggers. I don't know if that worked or not. Let's try again. We get to say, ah! Yeah, I'll do it. I got you. Turn around and cross your arms over your chest. When you are ready, press both triggers. Oh, I have to spread my arms out. It's probably a gesture recognition. I'm holding. I'm holding. This might have just been designed for manual fall. Okay. Cross. Hold. Cross. There we go. There was a next location. There's a bit of haptic feedback in the controller. That's when I guess it registered that I had that I had crossed my arms, even though I hadn't already. Whoa, Jesus! Untrustworthy, retry. Okay, so he can't fall. Cool. Here we go. Start fall. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to fall. Okay. just oh. I didn't say by the way. I caught him. Oh, I hit trigger, not grip. My bad. My bad. This poor kid. This poor kid. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold grip the whole time because I'm missing now, like a Souls boss. Okay. I'm not sure if it's broken or if I'm just doing something wrong. We're gonna try it one more time, then we're gonna move on. Okay, yeah, it's not registering. Oh, but he's on my hand now. That's interesting. Okay. All right, that's enough for Trust Fall Tuesday. So many broken bones. Yeah. Sorry for that, Chester. Yeah, like when I got to like here, there was a doo-doo in my controllers, and that's when I think I registered that across my arms. So I don't know, maybe the guy who made this has much shorter arms than me, or maybe his kid played it, but like I have very long arms, so it wasn't registering the position of the controllers. It was registering like, or it was obviously, but the haptic feedback is what clued me in that I was doing something wrong. So at least they put the haptic feedback in. Otherwise, I would have just said the game was broken. My arms weren't crossed, but at least that piece existed. So there's that. Okay, that one's done. What's next? What's next? I wonder if I can silo while I'm in casting. Let's find out. Let's experiment. Let's see if I can break my quest tonight. Fly fishing. This is Fistful of Shrimps entry. Let's see if this works while I'm casting. Or if I'm going to break the cast. I might have broken the cast. Yep, I broke the cast. Okay, got to recast. All right. Yeah, we're zipping through these now. I think we're on 5. I'll count in a minute. So again, prototypes that were built in a matter of a few weeks. Having said that, I don't see Trustfall becoming a full game if that's all that there is. That's very much a prototype. Something like I build a very, 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 very basic zombie wave shooter that will never see the light of day. It fell along those lines of someone building something to test different mechanics, like the arms cross falling. The manual one I'm interested to do, but not on stream. Yeah. Like that felt like a prototype to test the system, which is fine. Oh, Shrimp, get rid of your Unity screen, bud. There's an option for that. There's an option to get rid of your Unity screen, bud. Tube 1, item trade, food trade, scent trade. Tube 2, item trade, food trade, scent trade. Okay. Interesting environment. How to play. You just entered. Dude, give yourself some margins here. That's right at the edge of your thing there. You just entered the Intergalactic Fishing Tournament. Try to catch as many campers with matching traits by combining different items, food, and scents. Okay. I don't have any of this stuff yet, so hold on. Oh, I can make different combinations. Okay, let's go fishing rod, a hot dog, and coffee. Sure. Let's go that. Patient, fatty, energized. Oh, I guess I caught this guy. Patient, fatty, energized. No, I need oddly garlicky. Okay, so no, discard. How do I get that menu back? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna keep fishing rod. We're gonna keep hot dog. We need to get the oddly garlicky. So what would be oddly garlicky? Let's try a pine tree. Solitary, fatty, piney. Okay, that was bad. That was bad. We shouldn't have done that. Okay, so oh, okay. So we found patient. We found fatty. We need to find. Okay, so hold on. I get it now. Fishing rod plus coffee gives us patient and fatty. I think. No, the hot dog give us fatty. Let's try bug spray. Solitary, fatty, cautious. Okay. So we're trying to mix and match the right bait to get the proper combination. Okay. That makes more sense. So fishing rod, hot dog. We still have not found. Let's do campfire. That's smoke. Patient. Nitrates. Smoked. Okay. Okay. Discard. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. I like this. Okay, so we found patient. We found fatty. We need to find oddly garlicky. So there's something here that's going to give us oddly garlicky. Let's try fishing rod, fish pine tree. Solitary, pescatarian, piney. Okay, so the pine tree is piney no matter what. Okay, so let's keep piney on. Let's go trail mist. I feel like that's going to be carbo loaded. What would practical be? Attempt would probably be practical. Let's see. Practical. Found practical. Fibrous. Outdoorsy. Okay, wait, hold on. We got fibrous and outdoor. We need social. Now we need social. Okay. Now we need social. I'm trying to find at least one of these. So we found fibrous. We found practical. We found outdoorsy. So we got both of those. We got to find the right first item to get social. I like guitar for social. Let's try social. Or guitar. Damn it, that's music. That was music. Okay. Tent gave us practical. So it's gotta be boots, right? No, that's athletic. Damn it. I thought I was gonna like actually fish, not what we're doing here, but it's fine. We found fibrous. We found outdoorsy. What did we miss? Boots? No. Is that RNG or does it combo say the same? Hiker. Oh, it's different each time because I just reloaded the same one. Okay, I wish I'd have known that. So I'm gonna hit guitar again. Music, nutty, outdoorsy. No, we're close. We're close. We almost got it. Okay, hit it again. Music, nutty, outdoorsy. Okay, I'm getting the same thing. Damn it. Come on, go back, go back, go back. Let's try 10 again. Practical, nutty, piney. What was outdoorsy? I thought we got outdoorsy from the pine tree. The left menu button is not responsive. I guess it takes a second to reload the scene. Huh. We got almost every combination. I feel like, okay, hold on. I feel like boots plus fish. What would be cautious? Bug spray. I think that's gonna give us cautious. That should give us number 2. Oddly garlicky. Damn it! And I'm out of tries. Okay. Tournament finish. Okay, so I only get 7 tries of that. Interesting. Bug spray, maybe garlic is sometimes uses a bug deterrent. I'm gonna try again. I get 7 tries here. Hiker. We're gonna go boots. We're gonna boots. Get hiker. Fibrous. We're gonna go trail mix. Oddly garlicky. Which one was oddly garlicky that we just did? Bug spray is using bug deterrent. Okay, let's try this. Hiker, nutty. Oh, I need fibrous. I'm so close. I get 7 tries to catch one of these guys. Okay, I'm so close. Okay. We need fibrous. Trail mix should be fibrous. Hiker fibrous. Got him. Keep it. Got him. Okay, we got one. The load's a little weird. Okay, sweet is gonna be s'mores. Sweet is absolutely gonna be s'mores. What is peaty? Athletic was boots. I remember that. Fatty was hot dog. I remember that. Outdoorsy. Let's try this. Hiker, nitrate, smoke. Okay, no. Get rid of that. Does this reload or do I have to hit the button? It reloads. Okay. It reloads. I think outdoorsy. Let me try this one again. Athletic, fatty. Oh, I'm so close. So close. Outdoorsy's got to be this one then. Athletic, fatty, outdoorsy. No! Your RNG between the 2 different traits that could have been discovered here.
Oni
I'm looking for
says,
athletic, fatty, and
Scotch can be
outdoorsy. I think the
described
tree is
as
outdoorsy.
picky.
There we go. No, that's nitrates. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Reload. Put like a timer here to tell me that's reloading. I've got 8 chances remaining. Hiker. No, come on, man. I had athletic. It was right there. Come on. Athletic or hiker, fatty or nitrates, and outdoorsy. We got this. Athletic. No, come on. Alright. I'm going to run out my chances on this one. Then we'll move on to the next game. Athletic, fatty. This game hates me. Fatty is s'mores. Yeah. We already had s'mores. I'm guessing sweet is s'mores too. No, I'm sorry. Fatty's the hot dog. My bad. S'mores is probably sweet. I know it's not lean. We got fatty. So we got athletic. We've got all these. We just need to get it in the right combination. It's not giving me athletic, fatty, pie. Come on. I guess your turns reset if you catch one. Like this combination is here. It's absolutely here. It's just not giving me the right combination. Oh, I appreciate the Cinti look too. I think Shrimp's a fan of Cinti stuff. Bro, come on. Probably gonna have hot dogs for dinner tonight. Actually, I don't. I'm out of bread. Hiker, fatty. I swear to Christ. If you don't give me athletic, something's seriously wrong. Because I can't click on the one, right? Hiker, no. There's got to be some rhyme or reason to how I'm getting these of each of the 2 options for each item. Okay, I'm done. Hey, I came in 6th place. Okay. Yeah, could definitely use some more polish, some more like clarity. I can't tell if that's RNG or if there's some method to it that I just wasn't figuring out. Why not boot s'mores and pines? I'll try it again. I'll try it one more time. Although I'm not gonna get that combination again. Those 3 combinations seems to be RNG. Get rid of your utility loading screen. Oop. I probably should have read that. Hold on. There's probably a hit in there that I missed. What time is it anyway? 10:21. Shit. Okay, yeah, we gotta get a move on. We done 1 MR phase we skipped. Okay. Why is it loading there? Try to catch as many campers with matching traits by combining different items, foods, and scents. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get that same combination again. Yeah, interesting concept though. Interesting concept. Something that can be played seated, so it's very accessible. Uh-oh. Come on, headset, load. There we go. It can be played seated, so on and so forth. All right. Got a decast so I can load the next game. This is interesting. Honestly, I'm going to be straight up. I'm enjoying this more than I enjoyed the last Next Fest. The last Next Fest was brutal on a bunch of different levels. This is at least more fun. This is our visual novel, Genki Naru. I might sit down for this. Or Genki Naru, however you say that. Apologize if I said that wrong. All right, yeah, I'm gonna grab my chair. I'll be back in a minute.
Is it good? Is it good there?
Sounds great. Yeah.
Hole in
Can I
one,
do, like,
nice.
a
Nice
check,
on me.
check 1, check 2.
Thank you. No.
Testes.
No.
Testes.
No. No.
1,
Yeah.
1, 2. All right, here we go.
Gonads back to your seat.
The potatoes could hear me in Idaho with the costume.
Why? Oh my god.
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
even they might be able to see you with their eyes, but as far
I
as know,
quit.
potatoes
I
don't have
quit.
ears.
I'm done.
You do
I'm
quit?
I'm
Aye?
done. I'm done.
Aye, sir.
I mean, you started it.
How did I start?
Ooh, okay, this is starting to make more sense now. So it's objective based. We're trying to get to the point where we can build the boat. Okay, I got this. You're an uncle, not a parent. You have been. Yes, your fur babies do count, but I'm sure they find you every time. Yeah, let's go back to the garden. Back to the garden. Let's harvest some more. Get up there. Get up there, please. Thank you. Oh, God. I hate when I can't get it up. Get up to the bridge is what I meant to say. Don't clip that. It's not what I meant.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Bye.
Mr. Mouthhug says, you win these.
Yeah. Bye.
That man's sigil was
Bitch.
unique to me. A gift from the Order when I joined. The goddess they profess to serve is me. Their cruelty is a perversion of everything I stood for.
I was gonna pass out. Clip that.
Okay, sorry that took so long. My Quest decided to lose my boundary when I took my headset off to grab my chair. Thanks, Quest. Appreciate it. Gotta redo my boundary real quick. Hope that wasn't gone too long. Okay. This is our visual novel. There's absolutely no reason I stand for this, so I'm going to sit down. It's our second narrative adventure in this game jam. Yeah, definitely Shrimp had the most, I guess, the most complete one. The first one was fine. It was just, there was no interaction. It was just an experience to watch. But that one and the fly fishing was probably the most complete thing so far. All right, Genki Naru. I remember one of the feedback saying that this is just a flat screen in VR, which I actually can't say anything. Okay, let's try that again. I might need to unload some of the stuff I already have loaded on here to be able to play this one. Even though he did change everything. He did change the names and update it. Alright, we'll just see if it loads. The music might have loaded first before the rest of the scene loaded. Like that first one where the forest took a good 2 minutes to load. We'll just wait it out. Like if this were a full release and this is compiling shaders or something, I'd probably count off for it, but yeah, if you have to like do a full-on scene load here. And it just crashed. Okay. We might be moving on. We're gonna try it again. We'll get 1 or 2 more shots. Because now we just let it do a full load and we'll see if it goes. Okay. We'll stay out of the theater mode just in case I can actually see it crash. I just slide loaded this from the MetaQuest Developer Hub. It's opening. So I don't think I need to delete the other ones. I will delete the other ones and then reload this one if need be. Just see if that does it, even though it does have a different entitlement name, but I can't judge this if I can't see it. So I gotta wait for that music shift to happen and see if it stays loaded. And then we'll delete everything else and then try this one more time. If that doesn't work, we'll just move on and say this is broken, I can't play it. It's yeah. Yeah, it crashes again. Okay, so we're going to stop casting and load. All right. I'm going to delete everything I've installed so far. Yeah, there's one here that just says URP Technologies blank. All right, it just says unitytechnologies.com.unity.template.urp blank. That's what the title of it is. So stuff like that you can't do. That's Quake 3. That's the other Quake 3. I remember what that one was. Okay. But the entitlement name might be different. So, all right, we'll just get rid of that one. That's Can't Panic. All those Quake 3, I'm sorry, 2 of those Quake 3, 1 of those Arcaxer 2. So all those should be fine. Let's reload Genki Nuro. We got 4 more after this, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. If it does load this time, we're moving on. We'll move on to the next one. All right, we're loaded. Let's see. Go to a different one and come back. It didn't refresh, which is interesting. So what if I come out of here? I reset myself anyway. And now, no, they're also here. Okay. That's weird, but all right, we'll load again. Music 3, 2, 1. Nailed it. And this is one of the benefits. I just lost chat. Hold on. There we go. This is one of the benefits of actually testing your build outside of the default Unity environment. Because stuff like this. Going way too fast. Thank you only for the lyrics. I'm trying to keep this entertaining while we watch a black screen. When the music picks up to that more upbeat versions when it crashes. And if that doesn't work, then we're going to move on. And our feedback will be that we can't play it. Quick and easy. Like I said, we got 4 more after this. We're going to keep it going. Keep her moving. Yeah, the hand puppet one, he flat out said, okay, it doesn't work. All right. All right. Yeah. So there's your feedback. It doesn't work. It does not
Oni
work.
says,
Uninstall.
currently not
Next.
casting.
Not currently casting. Yeah, I was waiting to see if it loaded first before I cast it. I was wanting to see if casting itself was a problem. All right. Sour cherry. Here's another one that says com.unitytechnologies.com/unity says template. Yeah, you got to change that stuff. You got to change that stuff when you export your builds. And yeah, all right, casting. This is a new one, so we should be Gucci. And let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna hear TTS, by the way, while I'm doing Quest Native. But that was intentional. That was intentional. Why did that not load? Why did that? I probably killed my casting by shutting that off. Yeah, I did. Okay. I just put my headset into sleep mode because I wanted to see if it would work correctly. It's not reloading my unknown sources. Okay, nah, I did. I had to put it to sleep. That's so weird. I had to put my headset to sleep for it to reload my unknown sources. That is very odd. Also, it's loading to my right, which is odd as well. But you should be casting now. Don't ask me why it loaded to my right. I didn't look to my right when I hit start, but okay. It's a long load. It's probably compelling shaders or something. Enjoy the wisps rolling by me. This one is sour cherry. Don't remember what any of these descriptions were. That's why I asked you want me to read the descriptions before. But hey, you know what? Part of this is just... Oh, God! Oh my God, that's very, very loud. Holy crap. Okay, we're gonna turn that down a little bit for you guys. Alright, that should be better. That should be better. Also, my voice is speaking. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's blurry. Will it unblur if I get closer? It does. Okay. Oh, this is the one with the maze. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, how do I start it? Oh, I gotta do that. Okay, I gotcha. Nope, wrong way, shit. There we go. Okay. This is not gonna be riveting for you guys to watch. I realize that, and I'm sorry. Okay. But I already have the solution. I wonder if there are multiple puzzles here. I'm just guiding the white ball to the end. As a physics demonstration, this is fine. This is actually pretty cool. I just feel like this kind of got shoehorned into the theme because this doesn't really have anything to do with camping other than the setting that he used. Got it. Just like Breath of the Wild. What's up, Miss K? How you doing? Go to bed. Thank you for hanging out. All right. This one's done too. I do like the old-timey music too. Okay. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception. I'm like, you gotta do better than this. I saw the solution the second this puzzle loaded. Again, like, I'm just going to the left every time. But I think we kind of got the hint of what this is about. Okay, alright. I'm done with that. Okay. That's why I said I'd be able to get through all these. I knew some of them were only going to be, like, very limited in experience. We could have done Trustfall in, like, 2 minutes flat, too. Yeah, alright, so. Excuse me. Uncast. Load the next one. Get some water. It's now Flemmy. Aside from the grabbing, hold on. Sorry about that. Aside from the hand positioning or the grabbing being weird, as far as like the puzzle physics, that was really well done. I just don't really think it hit the theme. Thank you, Faye. Old Man Touring is our next one. I wish Game Fest went this smooth though. Only one game was completely broken, and it didn't break the entire stream because it didn't load. It just loaded the black screen. That was it. So I'm wondering if that was something where it's just exported with the wrong settings. So I can't imagine in the VR Game Jam that it was designed to do that with the 2D screen. Nor do I think he wouldn't have seen that in testing. But if he was just testing in Editor and it was 3D in Editor, and he was using the XR simulator, which means you don't have to put your headset on. Your mouse and keyboard can simulate a VR headset. Yeah, he wouldn't have caught that. So, can't speak for him. I don't know. But I'll just make sure all that gets to the feedback. Old Man Touring's the next one. Let me cast. Old Man Touring. Let's look at our options. Only we have laser pointers. Very exciting. Volume slider. Okay, I'm playing with that too much. All right. All right. I don't remember the point of this one, so let's see. Pick up the gun to begin the game, and that's tied to my head. Okay.
Damn zombies! Can an old timer like me enjoy a camp?
Current wave. Oh, it's a wave shooter. Russ, it's the wave shooter. Oh my god. Okay. Got him. Headshot. Missed. Got him. Oh, there is one coming from. Oh shit. I'm so dead. I'm dead.
Come get your son, you damn rodents.
Okay. Some kind of effect to show that I was being hit there would have been nice. Shotgun rifle. It's supposed to be a rifle. I was saying shotgun. There's no reload, by the way. I just gotta wait for it to time out. I'm shooting him. There we go. I hit him in the head. Thank you. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Hold on, it's game over. Can I still shoot them? Okay, never mind, it resets. Yeah, I think I've seen everything I want to see about that. Let's go for some beers and memories. Yeah, the. All right, so a basic straight up wave zombie shooter. I don't think we need to see any more than that. All right, next. Even as far as wave shooters go, it definitely needs a level of polish. Some kind of indicator that I'm taking damage when I get hit. Like flash the screen red. Because all you're doing, from a technical standpoint, all he's doing is checking to see if the collider of the hand hit my collider of my body. Just flash the screen red, so it looks like I have damage. There was a damage meter on my left hand, or all my stats were on my left hand. It was tied to that. Kind of like a VR toolkit for PCVR. But yeah, like some kind of visual indicator without me having to check that. You sure you don't want to show off your basic zombie wave shooter? It'll get shown off at some point. I mean, I already told you how I'm going to show it off. I explained that. If you don't remember, put on my to-do list for me to DM you later. A DM only about zombie wave shooter, and I'll tell you again. All right, touching grass. We have 2 more, touching grass, and then 1 more after that, and then we're done. And we're what time is it? 42? Yeah, we're doing okay. Doing good. Doing good. Doing good. All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Remove. Yeah, remove that from my library. I might need to reset my headset again. No, touch grass right there. I see it. I see it. .com.unity.template.vr. Again, guys. Update your names. Which lesson learned. Again, the loading animation is in the wrong place. That loaded quickly. That's good. Nice quick load. Okay. Touching grass. My hands are in very weird positions. Okay, my hands right now are pointing at the menu, my real life hands. But my VR hands are at 90 degrees. You got to rotate. I say give this about an 80-degree rotation on each hand. Because I'm going to do this to point to the menu. Matter of fact, let me restart it. Maybe it's just my hand position. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to restart it. Okay, I'm pointing straight forward right now. No, it doesn't. Also, the turn radius is weird, but okay. Okay, what's about? You finally got out your cave and touched grass. Set up your camp, gather food, and don't let the monster eat you. Created by Taco Monkey Studio. Okay.
Phenomena 1 says, can't see.
All right, let me... Oops, sorry. Hold on. You're right. I did not recast. I'll give you the full scene load. Oh. And then you'll see what I mean about my hands, because my hands are jacked up. This having to, like, recast every time I want to just sideload an APK. I wish there was a way for Meta to get around that. Because I'm forgetting because I just think, like, once I load a game, I should be able to just play it. Not have to recast everything. Why is my... Okay, something's very, very wrong here. Because right now I'm backwards. And I shouldn't be. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's just do this. That should shut my casting off. I'll turn it back on. Yeah, it's not facing me correctly. It's weird. Okay, alright. That should be fine now. My center was off. Alright, we have 1 more game after this. I will draw the lottery, and then we're going to end stream. And we're back on Thursday. Thursday will most likely be a potato stream. I was going to do it today, but I didn't want to do these reviews for these Game Jam games in the potato costume. Although in hindsight, that probably would have been funny. All right, you should be able to see now. Someone confirm that you can see everything now, please.
Oni says, can
You see? Thank you. Again, I can't hear TTS, by the way, guys. I cannot hear that at all. I know it's going to come through on the VOD when I watch this back, but I can't hear it. Touching grass. Okay. I'll show you what I mean by my hand position. I'm pointing my hands forward right now. My hands are forward right now. And you see how they're like angled up? Like my hands are not at 90 degrees right now. They're at like probably like 45. So you need like a rotation here. So I'm having to like angle my hands down to be able to like interact with the menu. So give it like a 45-degree rotation. Okay, we fell into the scene. Cool. Can I grab that? I can't grab that. Okay. 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 What's the buzzing? Do I just push the door? Okay, I can clearly get out of here because there's another environment past there. What's that buzzing? It's on the other side of the door. No, it's this.
Hey, sweetie.
There we go.
It's Mom. We're stuck in the worst traffic jam I've ever seen. Some accident on the highway. And it's backed up for miles. We've barely moved in the last hour. At this rate, we won't get there until way after dark. And that's if it clears up soon. Dad thinks it's safer if we just turn around and head home for the night. We'll try again first thing tomorrow morning. But listen, since you're already there, why don't you go ahead and start setting up camp? Pitch the tent, get the fire pit ready. That way, when we arrive tomorrow, we can jump right into the fun stuff like roasting marshmallows and telling stories. We love you, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow, okay? Bye.
That was a totally realistic voice with totally realistic voice acting. Fantastic job by that actress. Wasn't AI at all. Whoa, whoa. I'm going to let the scene load because holy crap. Oh, this is not performing at all. The clouds move when I looked up and then they don't move anymore. I don't know what the green bar is. Like at all. I don't know what the walking black box over there is. I don't know what the green... It just disappeared into the ground? Okay, cool. Oh.
Not again. When are they supposed to come?
Okay, I don't know. I know I'm supposed to set a camp or something. A Skyrim runestone. It looks like the same one from Christ, what's that game? Stones of Harleth. Do I die if the green bar goes down? Like I don't know what's happening here. I know this is not performing at all, by the way. They should have done some kind of culling for this. Okay, I have to go there. I see it.
I hate this place. There is no even water on the river.
I'm probably about to die, just so you know, because my health has been dying very quickly. Let's see if we can at least make it to this campsite. I'm supposed to go to it first. Okay. All right. Wait, how do I hit try again? I don't have a raycast here. Do I actually... I can't hit the menu because it's tied to my head. I don't have a raycast, so I can't click on it. And the game's still going.
I have no signal on my phone.
Ooh, boy. Why are you dying? I guess my hunger was... I was too hungry or something? I guess this is supposed to be a health zone? Or, okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, we're going to reload this. I want to try something. I want to try something. Also, don't know why meta's loading, why the quest is loading me at a off angle. Doesn't make sense. Like, why am I having to turn to the menu? That's not the developer. That's the quest. Do I have to sit through this again? Okay, I guess I have to sit through that again. Sorry, guys. But I couldn't hit try again, which is something that needs to be fixed.
Hey, sweetie.
There we go.
It's Mom. We're stuck in the worst traffic jam I've ever seen. Some accident on the highway.
It is spatial. That's good.
It's backed up for miles. We've barely moved in the last hour. At this rate, we won't get there.
Again, the sound's on my left, but the phone's over there.
Once if it clears up,
What happened here?
Dad thinks it's safer if we
Now
just turn
the
around
phone's
and
this
head
way.
home
The phone's
for
by the
night.
window,
We'll try
but the
again first
or the
thing
phone
in
volume's by the
morning.
window, but the phone's over here.
But listen, since you're already there, why don't you go ahead and start setting up?
Why am I dying 3 seconds? I don't know.
Pitch the tent. Get the fire pit ready. That way, when we arrive tomorrow, we can jump right into the fun stuff like roasting marshmallows and
The
telling
day-night
stories.
cycle is like.
We love you, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow, okay?
So
Bye.
it says I'm already here, but I'm sitting in my bedroom. So how am I, quote, at the campsite? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Okay, I'm already dying. There's a steak here. Cool. So eating the steak gave me some health back. Okay. There's random steaks laying around. This is really not performant. Like, really not performant. There's a really far draw distance here. I mean, for this game anyway. And it's not... Okay, here we go. Grab your backpack with your left hand. Set the tent. Set the fire. Set the chair. Okay. Set the tent.
Again. When are they supposed to come?
How do I set the tent? The tent disappeared. Okay, let me eat a steak to stay alive. Okay, that didn't actually stop my hunger. What did I set the tent at? This is really, really not performant. Like this, more than anything else. Like, ignore all the other stuff that's broken. This needs an optimization pass in the worst way. Yeah, why am I dying? Why am I dying? Like, this is super frustrating. Why can't I hold my tent when I put the backpack back, the tent goes away? Why? What the hell? What? The tent's on me. Okay, awesome. The tent's on me. Oh, that's why I set the tent. Okay, I got it. Okay.
I have no signal on my phone.
This is bad. I died. Okay, yeah, okay. So what I think happened is, and I'm just going to put conjecture out there. What I think happened is because he knew exactly what to do, he never ran into a single bit of that. So I'm wondering if the developer, I'm assuming if the developer had someone else test that. Cause, wow. Super shaky, not performant. So I had to like grab the tent out of my backpack, hold the backpack while I still had the tent in my hand, and then walk over to that green zone, which is where I was supposed to put my tent because the tent was green. But the campfire and the chair went there, even though the chair was blue and the campfire was red. So, yeah, it was proximity trigger, which I eventually figured out, but then everything else triggered there too. So, yeah, it needs a lot of work. Needs a lot of work. Last game. I hate to say it, that was probably the worst one. And please, for the love of God, like I don't care about having rampant pop-in your game. You cannot run a game at like 40 something frames per second. That was bad. Even with me casting. Like if I weren't casting, because the first time I loaded, I wasn't casting, so I got turned back on. That was rough. That was rough. Like Faye, who's in chat right now, would have thrown up playing that. All right, last game. So we've had one that worked but was broken. One was broken, wouldn't even load. And I still think the fishing one is winning. in terms of what we've been able to play. The World Next to Ours prototype from Mossbone Digital. All right, let's see it. Last one. Make sure you guys can see it. Okay, we're good. Attention, you're about to play an early prototype of a project made using my own VR virtual novel framework. This is meant as an early proof of concept for what I plan to eventually produce. Most assets are placeholders. There are very few animations, and there is limited music. What music there is entirely original, created by me, and in the case of one track, my fiance as well. I hope you enjoyed the first little taste of this story. I like this disclaimer. I'm probably going to copy this whole thing, other than virtual novel, or my prototype, which I am on track to have done by the end of October for anyone who's interested. Enter my name to start. I have a headache for sure, but the game doesn't last long enough to throw up. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I died 5 minutes in. Live. Open. Mike. Okay. Let's see what we got here. A VR visual novel. If Amelia is still here. Woo! I wake to sunlight creeping through the thin curtains. The type of light that makes it impossible to keep. Don't make that go away so fast. I did not hit next. I'm in the black void. Nothing's happening. Wait, what? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it might be another broken one. I'm gonna reload it. Might be another broken one. I'm gonna uninstall all the other ones to reinstall it. Black Void is long. Yeah, it flashed on the screen and then it just went away. All right, we're gonna unload everything and reload that and give that a shot. Because I've got several default Unity template ones in here now. Okay, we're down to just my standard unknown sources that have been there for a while. Refresh. Okay. This one doesn't have the default Unity name either. It says Mossbone Digital, the world next to ours. So that shouldn't have been it. Okay. It's been an interesting experience. I will say that. I've actually enjoyed this. Just going through this process. This has been cool. It's now about on par with a standard Steam Next Fest, which isn't. It's not an insult nor a compliment. It's just, you know, you're playing shit. I hit the wrong one. That's Quake. That's Quake, which I cannot show on stream. I will get in trouble for that. Okay. World next to ours. I am not moving at all. Empty slot. Okay, I'm not typing my full name again. We're just going to go Mike. Go. I wait to sunlight creeping through the thin curtains, the kind of light that makes it impossible to keep pretending to sleep. Okay. Okay. We got through the first one. That's good. This is the Aspen Ridge Summer Fellowship, a camp for young adults to spend the summer working on projects meant for the annual Aspen Ridge Summer Showcase. Once it was the kind of place that felt alive. Cabins full, workshops buzzing. You had to fight to get in. Now it's quieter, only a handful of us this year, barely a third of what it used to be. Most of the others are about to start college in the fall, aging out of the program for good. The whole camp feels like it is closely toward the end of something. Excuse me. Still, there is something comforting about being back. The smell of pine in the morning air, the old boards of the cabin floor creaking the same way they always have. It feels like coming home to a place that never really was home, but I wanted it to be. I take a deep breath, letting the nostalgia settle, and decide it is time to start the day. Okay. Versus the amateur is sleeping. That's a good looking model. That's a great. This looks great in VR. The morning air is cool in the clearing, still heavy with the smell of damp pine needles. An old fire pit sits in the center, ringed by logs bleached gray with age. I am not the first one here. Renako, morning. You are up early. Renako's.
Renako's perched on one of the logs. She's not perched. She's standing in front of me. Her guitar case beside her, unopened. She looks like she hasn't played yet. Couldn't sleep, same as you, I guess. Yeah. The quiet here is different than I remember. Used to be you hear someone up before dawn, messing around the workshop. Or Avery trying to sneak into the kitchen for extra cereal. Her crash deciding 3 in the morning was the perfect time to test a homemade rocket. For a moment, the clearing feels alive again. We talk about summers that feel endless, when every cabin was full and the nights burned with campfire and music. I like the character model here. I wish her mouth animated. It feels smaller now, like the edges of it are fading. Maybe we're just older. Hey, shut up. Before Renako can answer, a sharp sound cuts through the trees. Not a bird, not wind, something else. You really gotta really love visual novels to do this, because a lot of people, I hear all the time, I don't want to read in VR. I hear that all the time. Did you hear that? The two of us freeze, listening. The woods go still, as if waiting. Okay. The clearing feels different today, still waiting. What the hell is this thing? What the hell is that? At its center sits something small, no bigger than a cat. Its fur is a muted blue. There's no fur on that. Is a muted blue, the color of dust settling over snow. Its ears are sharp and too large for its head. It looks up as we approach, not startled, not afraid, just aware. What is that? Okay, now her face animates. Good. I don't know. The creature doesn't move. The longer I look, I like the music in this, by the way. The more I look, the more it feels like it's been sitting here a long time, patiently waiting for someone to notice. Do you think it's from around here? Okay, Renako, really? You think this thing's local? I've never seen anything like it. The words feel small in the quiet of the woods. Even the breeze seems to have stopped to listen. We can't just leave it here. Yes, we can. What the hell's wrong? Why would you bring a random animal? Who are you, Russ? Are you just gonna bring a random animal home? Oh, it's so cute. It'll probably eat me my face off, but it's so cute. I don't have a roommate this year. We could keep him in my... No, we're not keeping him in my cabin. Oh, read dialogue. I have a roommate. I don't have a roommate this year. We could keep it in my cabin, at least for now. This is a terrible idea. It's gonna become a horror game in a minute. I glanced at her, then at the creature again. His eyes follow both of us with the same unblinking calm. No! I'm not bringing this home with me. I don't mind reading the VR, but I don't want to spend more time reading and doing. But there are people who do like this kind of experience. Yeah, like, I really like this Scrolling Across alternate, but there was stuff to do. Like, yeah. Renako crouches, hands out. The creature doesn't retreat. It steps forward lightly. Its paw slightly against the dirt, as if the earth barely notices its weight. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and give a bit of feedback. Actually, I'm going to let this listening lit. Okay. I think if you're going to do this, if you don't want to fully animate the person, at least pose them. So it's almost like stop motion. Ruin's Magus did this, where they didn't like always animate what Iris was doing. Iris is your companion in that game. They would just like show her like in a running motion, but like still she would just look like this. And then she fade a little bit closer. And then she fade a little bit closer. So it wasn't like full motion. They just posed her, took the shot, posed again, took the shot. I wish this, and I know this is a prototype. I'm just throwing this out there for feedback. If she's going to lift it carefully, or like you said in the last time, she was crouching, like just show us still of her crouched by this. And then on the next frame, now she's lifting it. She's holding it. Hope that makes sense. This is definitely, yeah, of course. Of course you would take it home. She lifts it carefully. His body feels insubstantial, too light, as though part of it belongs somewhere else. It makes a faint chiming sound, soft and cold. We leave the clearing behind. The woods close around us, hushed and watchful, as though they understand we've taken something that doesn't belong. Yeah, I don't mind like the dead anime stare. That doesn't bother me, cause, but yeah, like it's like stop motion just to give it some kind of action. The walk back to my cabin feels longer than it should. The creature rests motionless in Renako's arms. It's not in her arms. Again, like the direction here. Its bright eyes fixed on nothing at all. Like I would have made this scene shorter, almost like a proof of concept, and still like done something, if that makes sense. The air inside is warm and stale. One bunk, a desk, and a humming fridge. It looks up as we approach, not startled, not afraid, just aware. There is no space for people, let alone mysteries. The creature sits on the edge of the bunk. It looks around as if it understands what a bed is. What do we do with it now? We need to find out what it is. And how do you suggest we do that? Her voice is steady, but I see the hesitation in her eyes. This is not the kind of thing you want to explain to anyone. So why the hell do we bring it back? Crash will have ideas. Avery too. Between them, someone will know where to start. I love the music. I love this music. If they can stop arguing long enough to talk to us. Her face kind of looked mad for a second there. The creature blinks slowly, as if though waiting for us to reach the same conclusion it already has. I'll go to the computer lab. They spend most of their time there. I'll stay. Make sure it doesn't wander off. This sounds like a terrible idea. It's gonna eat you while we're gone. I nod. There's nothing else to say. The cabin feels even smaller as I step outside. Late morning light sharp against the trees. Whatever that thing is, it has changed the air around this place. I can feel it. I mean, you're setting something up here with the story. Like, the story's interesting. Okay. Again, really good looking models. He looks like a straight stoner. I love it. The computer lab hums with light. Banks of unused monitors cast their glow on empty chairs. Look at them old ass monitors. Look at them old ass 1980s ass monitors. Catch them on chat. Not a Furby. I did not have a Furby, by the way. Just for an item. Yeah, like, I get it. I'm just thinking, like, long term, if he's gonna do, if he wants to expand this, definitely want to do some blocking, for sure. I love the old computer. By the way, this is not my new favorite. Vicious was good, but there's a bit of not making sense there. This is like, the visuals are good. It knows exactly what it wants to be. It's telling the story the way it wants to tell it. Like, Crash and Avery arguing as always, but it's the kind of argument they both seem to need. Bigfoot is just hiding. He's moving. He slips through the seams of the world. That's why no one can pin him down. They do have idle animations though, because you see their heads. Excuse me. You see their heads slightly bobbing. So they are rigged, and they do have motion in them. So yeah, he's got it set up to block it later. Hey Faye, what do you think would happen to that creature if we pour water on it? Since she said it looks like a gremlin. You can like roid out. Or a simpler explanation, he doesn't exist. People see shadows, hear stories in the woods, and hear noises in the woods and tell stories. That's all this is. I'm guessing you're Avery. Yeah, because you're great. You're allergic to wonder, you know? You're allergic to wonder, you know that? And you're allergic to evidence. I wait in the doorway unnoticed. I'm not in the doorway. Okay, I gotta shut up about the blocking. I'm bumping into it, but it's a prototype. I gotta shut up about that. Wait in the doorway unnoticed. It's like walking in on two weather systems colliding. Good line. Crash leans forward, hair falling to his eyes, his words tumbling over each other like stones in the river. Really good writing here. Avery doesn't move, doesn't raise his voice, but every sentence lands with surgical precision. Hypothetically, if someone found a creature, Bigfoot, not Bigfoot, smaller, stranger, what would you think it was? Extraterrestrial? Without question. If it doesn't fit the evolutionary tree, it came from off-world. No way, you can feel magic in your bones. If it's here, it belongs to the hidden parts of this world. They barely look at me as they answer, already turning on each other again, science clashing with sorcery in sharp, glittering arcs. Magic is just ignorance wearing a costume. Wow. Wow, what a line. Magic is just ignorance wearing a costume. You put a name to what you don't understand. And you dissect wonder till there's nothing left. How's that working out for you? I let them go for a while. The air feels charged, like the lab itself is listening. On fire tonight, both of you. Bring your best theories, I'll bring the hypothetical creature. That shuts them up. Avery studies me, eyes narrow, calculating. Cash grins like he's already certain he's right. By the way, hey, designer of this game, if you want voice acting, hit your boy up. Neither of them say no. I'll play Avery. The clearing feels different than night. The fire pit breeze. What fire pit? Sorry. I'm running to the blocking. My bad. The fire pit breathes orange light into the dark, and the trees press close, listening. Minako sits cross-legged on the log, the creature curled in her lap like it belongs there. Crash faces restless, while Avery keeps his arms folded as though bracing against a storm. It's definitely magical. Look at it. You can't tell me something like that just evolved. Or it's an undiscovered species, something that came down from the mountains, something we haven't cataloged yet. We should be running tests. Tests? Not harmful ones, just experiments, observations, fine ethical experiments, if that's what you're worried about. Minako's hand tightens around the creature. It makes that faint chiming sound again, like glass tapped by wind. Whatever it is, we need to figure out how to take care of it and keep it hidden until we know what we're dealing with. I could post on one of my forums. There are people who track this stuff, local legends, sightings. If anyone's seen something like this before, they'll know. And if no one has, it's just an animal we're wasting time chasing fairy tales. If it's just an animal we're wasting time chasing fairy tales, we can jump on chat. We're not gonna move an arm. Yeah. I only watched the movie once. All I remember is Gizmo screaming, "Bright light, bright light!" Yeah, well, okay. If Gizmo got wet, Gizmo would pop off these little things that became evil Gizmos, and when they got wet, or at the midnight, or fed at the midnight, or something like that, they became gremlins. Better fairy tale than the dissection table. I'm with Crash. I'm totally with Crash. The fire cracks sharply between them, as if the woods are weighing every word. She's right. Whatever happens next, it stays secret. At least until we understand what we're holding. The sad thing is, because I'm reading all this, I'm not really looking at their faces change as we go here. The creature lifts its head, eyes glinting in the firelight. It doesn't speak, but something in its gaze feels like agreement. The four of us sit in silence a moment longer. The night hums, deep and patient. Somewhere beyond the trees, the world keeps turning, but here in the clearing, everything feels like it's waiting. Whoever wrote this, I'm not sure if it's the actual developer or someone else who helped them write it, but this is really strong. The fires burn down the ash, only a few embers cling to life, glowing red in the dark like tired eyes. I'm about to leave when I hear footsteps in the clearing. Crash, hands shoved deep into his jacket pockets, moving with that nervous energy that never really leaves him. Gotta leave. One of my friends on the forum messaged me, says he knows about the creature. Already? Who? User goes by GoatWeed69. Says we should meet him. Gave me an address. Some bar in Indigo City. Indigo City, an hour by train, and the station is another 30 minutes on foot, far enough to feel like another world. We should wait. Talk to Renako and Avery in the morning, but the lead is the lead. Crash grins, that reckless spark in his eyes, like the night itself just got more interesting. We trust him? Yeah, he's solid, knows his stuff, and he warned me. Said to keep this quiet. If certain people catch wind of what we got, we might be in trouble. Yeah, they're not in the building, but again, prototype. Like, he's got plenty of time to break this later. The clearing feels colder. Even the embers seem to shrink back into the ash. Great, that's reassuring. Hey, you wanted answers. This is how you get them. The woods are silent as we walk back towards camp, but I can't shake the feeling that something is listening. It's a long scene load. Come on. Oh, I've actually been enjoying this. Don't crap out on me now. I can't tell if it's doing that thing again. Alright, let me give it like another 30 seconds. Also, I'm wondering if this auto saves, if I have to restart all of this. Recentering. Recentering again. Recentering again. Crash is still in front of me. Okay, that might be the end of it. I'm not sure. Or it's just not scene loading correctly. Yeah, Crash is still in front of me. Now I turn. Okay, I'm turning back, so he should still be in front of me. I'm not sure if you're seeing the flashes, but yeah, he's standing in front of me, and there's no dialogue window there. So not sure what I was supposed to do here. Okay, I guess we're done, because I can't move forward. I was actually enjoying that. That's kind of a bummer. I was actually digging that. All right, I'm gonna look back at the camera, and I'm gonna put these in the list, and then we're gonna rank these. So back in a minute. Okay. I really don't need to be seduced, so that's kind of a weird question for me. If somebody wants to get it on. If my girl wants to get it on, she does not have to seduce me for that. She just pretty much has to say go, and we're good to go. So I'm a bad person to ask that question. Clay should join us, but Clay's gonna be live in about an hour, so he's probably not got time.
Well, he's got an hour.
He's putting his son to. He's putting his son down. Let me. Christ, he's putting his son to sleep. He's.
Damn it.
That's worse.
It suddenly turned into old Yeller, and I'm like, oh my god,
He's.
He rolled an ankle. He should be put down.
Battlemark is a DM-less, a Dungeon Master-less system that focuses on social strategy rather than social roleplay, encouraging group table talk focused on tactics and decision. Good night, Faye. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. All right, so let's just open a quick Word doc, and we're gonna rank these real quick. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Jesus Christ. Okay. Over here. And I'm just gonna type these out. Feel free to weigh in on how you felt about each one, because I think we're all gonna have different feelings. Fish full of shrimp. Game rankings. Okay. All right. Now that all the incriminating stuff is over, I can shift over here, and let's talk about it. Okay. So the way I like to do rankings when I'm ranking something like this is I pull up all of the options available to me, and I type the first one. The first one was Alant. That was the camping simulator. Let me blow this up so you guys see a little bit better. Okay, so first one was Alant. That was the camping simulator with the almost like the survivor type one. And then you put in what the next one is. You go either higher or lower. And that way, I pretty much have a ranking figured out. Okay, the next one was Home is Where the Trash Is. That was the sandbox one with the hand puppet thing. I think Alant was better than that one. Now part of that is because he just flat out said he didn't finish it, and he recorded his voiceover because he caught COVID. So I'll be curious to see, like he said, it's just a sandbox because I haven't had time to finish it. In his description, I'd be curious to see what would come of that if we put more time into it. Which one was Camp Panic? Camp Trustfall. Hand Puppet was a better concept and more of an interactive thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, actually you're right. You know what? I'll give it that. I'll give it that. Even though I'm not a sandbox guy, I'll give it that. I did like the story a lot better, but I'll give it that. Which one was Camp Panic? I think that... No, Camp Panic was the mixed reality one, so we're going to skip that one. Camp Trustfall. I thought Camp Trustfall was too limited. I would put it down here. I liked... It was fine. Like, I liked Home Where the Trash Is a lot more than Camp Trustfall. Even though Camp a lot doesn't have interaction, for me, at least character-wise, is more interesting. Camp Trustfall was literally just do this and hold grip. A very, very simple mechanic. Without much more to grasp onto besides that. So, I put Camp Trustfall after these two. Flying Fish. Or Fly Fishing. Fly Fishing I probably put over all all three of these. It was a thing that worked, had the consistent environment models, but yeah, it was limited. Yeah, it very much felt. And the thing is, I couldn't even call Camp Trustfall a proof of concept because I felt like that was the whole game. Like if that game were to go to the Quest Store as is, nothing would really change in that one. I didn't feel like that was a prototype for something bigger, like you could feel like for some of these other ones. Like Home is Where the Trash is a concept for something bigger. Fly Fishing was a concept for something bigger. Genki Naru was broken. We couldn't even play it, so we're just gonna put it at the bottom and just say broken. Sour Cherry. Oh, Sour Cherry was the one with the maze. Trustfall feels like someone checking boxes to complete an assignment. Yeah. Sour Cherry was the one where you are camping and you had that 3D maze that I had to pick up and roll the ball around to get to an exit. To me, I don't know if I put that above Camp Trustfall or below it. It worked, which was good. Like it functioned correctly, so that's cool. Again, but it was just like a little goes a long way with that one. It at least, I probably put it above it just because it at least had different puzzles, even though they're all really easy. Like Camp Trustfall kind of wore out his welcome about 5 seconds in. Next was Old Man Turing. That was a zombie shooter. That was bad. As far as zombie shooters go, that was bad. Where would I stick? Old Man, where would I stick the zombie shooter? Breath of the Wild maze thing, faster response to physics, now slowly. I agree about yeah. The zombie shooter, yeah, it wasn't interesting at all. It plays like a dozen other zombie shooters I've played that weren't very good. And again, like put some kind of thing, some kind of UI on the screen to show that I'm getting hit. It worked at least. Like, okay, so nothing here was broken. Like, but in terms of like interest, like what grabbed my attention, yeah, I can't even, like, the zombie walked up to me and was like right up on me. The gun clipped through him. It didn't even have like physics really. So I don't know. Well, I feel icky for defending, but it did say on the 10. Yeah, but all these, like, okay, Sour Cherry didn't really do what say 10 because you didn't know what it was, but it loaded. I mean, it beat Genki Naru, but I don't know. Like the time. Okay, if you're gonna make a zombie shooter and there's no reload mechanic, you're just waiting for the time to refill. The zombies don't actually hit you; they just walk up to you and they swing their animation. You take damage, but there's no indication of it. Like there's a whole bunch of things that needed to get added to that. Towards the end, I realized that you have to hit the zombie 3 times, but had no indication of a hit. No, I got headshots and killed them right away. If I got a headshot, they went down right away. Maybe it's 3 to the body. I don't know. Okay, so touching grass, that was bad. That was a camping one. That was really bad. Okay, so touching grass. I'll put some notes here just so I can type it out later. Performance. Bad performance. And the proximity triggers to set up camp were broken. Old Man Turing. Was that the slow one with the glowing targets on the ground? Yes, that was the bad performing one. And when I took out the tent and walked over the green space, everything kind of piled on top of each other. The chair, the fire, and the camp, and the tent. But then when I walked away, the tent was like stuck all over me. It was a mess. It was a mess. Needs a reload mechanic and damage indicator. Also, all the stuff I said about spatial audio, I'm gonna chalk that up to something being off my headset because it happened in every game. Like literally every game it happened in. So I'm not sure what was happening, but like the left and right channels were switched. So I'm thinking that's a headset problem. Camp Trustfall, fine but limited. Sorry, fine but limited. Alant. Good characters. Fun voices. Maybe a bit too long. Maybe a bit long in the tooth. Most where the trash is. Would like to see fleshed out. Sucks he got COVID. Fly fishing. RNG was hard to predict. But an interesting concept. All right, and then the last one is, I can't remember. It just says TWNT. I can't remember what it was called. Fish full of shrimp, game jam. I can't remember what that last one was called. Here we go. Oh, I missed Fireside. I missed a couple of them actually. I missed You Are Bear. We might do this on Friday then, or Thursday. Yeah, I missed several of these. I missed Unhappy Trails. I missed Fireside Marshmallows. We'll do this on Thursday before we play another game, which I already have picked out. Yeah, Genki Naru. I'm sorry. No, Genki Naru was broken. That's the one that never loaded. That was the one that was just a black screen in the headset. Yeah, sorry to the people I missed. I thought there were only 10, and I missed a couple here, so I apologize. The World Next to Ours was the name of that last one. Okay, The World Next to Ours. What are we saying about that one? 7, 8. The World Next to Ours was the visual novel. That was the last one we did. I'm torn. It's number 2 or number 1. It's either that or fishing. Have potential major. Yeah, if it had blocking, it would have been number 1 easily. I didn't even bump it to the fact that it didn't have voice acting. I'm fine with that. Like, it's a visual novel. Like, you expect to do some reading and something like that. I want to put it number 1 just because the fly fishing RNG got on my nerves, whereas the World Next to Ours felt the most confident, if that makes sense. Like, fly fishing felt like it was unfinished, which it was. Fish, or not fish, shrimp flat out said it was unfinished. I don't know what that weird blocking problem was, but again, my quest has been doing weird things all week. When I was trying to set up the haptic vest, it was giving me some weird issues too, so I'm thinking that's my quest. I'm going to try all these on one of my Quest 3S's, and I'm going to see if the same thing happens. I'm going to try Genki Neuro to see if I can get that to load. I'm going to try the World Next to Ours to see if that weird scene load thing problem happens. Yeah, so we'll try all those. But to me, the World Next to Ours was the best one of the lot. It was very confidently what it was. I thought it looked the best. So it would have been better if the blocking was in, but would have had 1 or 2 scenes when they had more story-based characters. Yeah, I agree. I think if you got to Avery and Crash and just ended it there, but everything was blocked, like you show Avery and Crash like yelling at each other, or you showed Renako like kneeling down to pick up the creature and then holding it in his hands and giving it, so there's some kind of like visceral, like visual nature to it, as opposed to just dead eye staring back at you. Because what I was only getting from the story was just the writing. So maybe like less emphasis on the scenes and put more blocking into the verse 2, maybe. Needs scene blocking. Really interesting story, and visually very nice. All right. But yeah, I think that will have blocking. It's the clear number 1. And what I mean by blocking will always be comic book level posing. Yes, exactly. Like, you know, that sort of stuff. Like, just move them, have them be, they don't need to be fully animated. Just pose them. Just pose them, and I think it would have been fine. All right, so that's the list. Let's see what I missed. I missed Camper. Let's look at these real quick, and then we're gonna bounce. You Are Bear VR. Oh, hold on. I just realized I have a streak to reserve. Ooh, hold on.
Okay,
What
so the good
is
news
happening
is
here?
We can be halfway through this. Us to follow this edge here. Why shouldn't they float around? I need them to do some work here.
Turn that down. I just need my streak to register real quick, and then I'm good. Okay, it registered. We're good. All right. Tree preserved. Oh, I gotta rank these. Okay, yeah, let's rank them all. A lot. I can't. Oh, I can't rate them because I didn't submit my own entry. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Okay. I'm kind of bummed by that, but that's okay. All right. Camper. Bear. Fireside. Marshmallows. Where's the store page? Okay. No, shit. Go back. View game. There we go. View game page. View this game page. View this game page. Let's look at what I missed here. Got that. I missed Unhappy Trails. Campfire Frenzy. No, no, that was Touching Grass. Okay. Unhappy Trails. Okay, go there. Go there. Campfire Frenzy. After a camping trip go wrong, you must keep a fire lit by exploring the wilderness to get logs. If you put 10 logs to the fire, you win. This is my first game jam game, so constructive feedback would be appreciated. Okay. We'll play that on Thursday. Speaking Streets Day, you get pixels for your last stream for your 240. I believe you did. I'm fairly certain you did. I'll check the VOD. I'll double check the VOD. I'm fairly certain I gave them to you. Inspired by Oregon Trails, Unhappy Trails has the player trying to get through the John Muir, whatever, trail with all their campers in one piece. Had to cut mini games so player pack of weapons are irrelevant. Stat system was only partially finished, only testing on Quest 3. This sounds very unfinished, but how's the video? John Muir is a musician. Okay. Also, I'm gonna have a masterclass in how to record on your headset. It's only a 360p and it's square. Yeah. I saw a handfist opening the door though. That's good. Okay, we're gonna play this because I can't watch a 360p trailer, but okay, we'll play that on Thursday. Matter of fact, I'll download it now so I don't forget about it. We'll download Campfire Frenzy. Naturalist, author, environmental philosopher, botanist, zoologist, glaciologist, and early advocate for the preservation of wilderness in the United States. Okay, thank you, Oni. And Fireside Marshmallows. There was something about the bear too. In this cozy VR experience, I'm looking forward to that. Polsham APK. There's a PCVR build. We'll play the Quest version. That's fine. The Jam APK is completely broken. Okay, good to know. All right. Camper. All right, so we missed a few here, but frankly, I got to work tomorrow, so I can't do another 5 games anyway, so it's fine. We'll continue this on Thursday. You are a bear. The nearby campsite is too loud for you to sleep. You must go out, avoid the axe-wielding campers, and destroy their campsite. This sounds fun. So instead of I am cat, it's you are bear. Okay, got it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be I am cat rip, but we'll see. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta play 5 more on Thursday. And then someone posted the VR game trailer on Reddit, and I was like, I sent this to Mike. Oh, hit me. No, Russ, drop the link. I will make exceptions for trailers. I will gladly make an exception. Hit us, and we'll close out on that. Thank you for hanging out, by the way. I appreciate it. If you are one of the people that I reviewed your games for, feel free to reach out to me, livewithmike@gmail.com, or hit me up in the Discord if you want further feedback. Yeah, Russ, feel free to drop the link whenever. If you still have it. Maybe if it was your cocaine bear. They probably get sued for copyright infringement. I'm gonna let Clay play in the background while waiting on Russ to drop the link. And let me do some stuff here. Welcome back from the ads. Russ, are you still there? If so, please drop the link. If not, I'm about to raid out. Reddit makes it so hard to find things you've seen. Yeah. Just check your browser history. Just hit Control H to go to your browser history. Played. So I'm just putting all these into a folder so I can know what I played and what I didn't play. Got it. You're in the mobile app. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, drop it in the Discord if you get a chance. If you find it, then. Unless you find it and the time it takes me to set up this raid. So Samari watching Clay to preserve my streak. We'll just go over raid Clay. Unless, hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, no. If Wolf was still on, I was gonna raid him because he would have been playing. Hey, shut up. If Wolf Pliskin was still on, I was gonna raid him because he was playing Metal Gear Delta earlier, and he sang the entire intro. In fact, let me hold on. Before we do that, let's go to his real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find him singing the entire intro song because that was classic, absolute class.
It's working currently, but
Boom! My prize picks lineup is going off, Marshawn.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Do you remember the name of the game, Russ, at least? Or anything about it to where I can find it on YouTube?
I smell weird, but I feel good.
Pick, predict, play. Download today. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
I'm glad it went well.
Okay, this is Metal Gear Solid 1. Wait, what? Hold on. That wasn't the right VOD. Here it is. Okay. We're gonna watch Wolf just sing the intro to Metal Gear Solid Delta. And then we'll raid out. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I'm a Metal Gear fan, that's why we're watching this. So I do enjoy this series. There we go.
Not so fast, my dear.
It does, David. You're not wrong.
Oh.
Fox, die. Alright, it's time for the song. Fox, die. Sorry if I sing along horribly. You guys can sing along too. What a thrill. With darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. Yeah, she re-sang for this version. And I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart. But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole song, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I love seeing someone passionate about a franchise get another entry. Like, if I had streamed all the Tears in the Kingdom, which I wasn't streaming at the time when it came out, y'all would see me just nerd out over stuff because there was so much Zelda lore in that game from like past Zelda games. It was a lot of fun. So I enjoy watching people who are passionate about something play something they're passionate about, even if I'm not into it. Like, I am not into the Yakuza games, but I really enjoy watching the Broadwalk play them because she loves that series. And I think when you have a love for something that comes through, that's entertaining to watch, even if the subject matter is not entertaining to you. You know, unless it's a shooter. Unless it's a zombie shooter, then I don't care. Zombie shooters are the exception to that rule. All right.
Is this gonna work? Let's go. Hey, we got it.
Oh, it's gonna be rated. Perfect. We'll raid in the middle of a raid. Perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Let me get the raid messages up. And then we'll bounce. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. This was fun. Do it again on Thursday. I am off on Thursday, so might start. Actually, no. You know what? We'll keep it between 8 and 9. We'll keep it between 8 and 9. I don't want to confuse the matter of whether or not I'm working. That's confusing. Copy the first raid message if you're subbed. Copy the second one if you're not subbed. And we're going to go say hi to Hey, Call Me Clay. Let's go. And there we go. All right. Bye, everybody. See you on Thursday. Peace.
Twitch, we do Souls games, horror games, VR games, and single player story